Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I love this.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be honest.
All right, here's what's going on in the Nasty Cup.
Okay, so for those of you not on YouTube, listening on iHeartRadio or TuneIn Radio, and you're probably debating between two things. What is that? Is that an elk call that Jay brought into the studio, or is that the American Ryder Cup team after, or maybe the American Ryder Cup fans? Maybe that's Buddy Bazinga from the Bronx after spending $4,000 on tickets to watch his team lose.
Oh, Riedrich.
Barry the Cheater already in the nasty chat with the post of the day. It sounds like an anaconda taking down a pig. Where did you get an elk call from?
I got it as a birthday gift from my brother-in-law. Random, because I don't hunt. And I believe you would use this to call in. I believe this is the sound of a bull elk.
Okay.
Trying to find.
Yeah, they're a very shrill animal, which I've told the story about how name the animal originated on my previous show.
Yeah.
Because we played the noise of an elk, and I had no idea that's what an elk sounded like. I thought it would have been a much deeper noise.
That's it.
Yeah.
I think there's a technical term for what it's called.
Oh, really? What is it?
I don't know.
Oh.
A bellow?
Benny, that's your cue to do some Googling. Ben's at the technical desk today.
Up?
In for, what's that other kid's name? Zach Kubish.
The Coob.
Yeah.
A bugle. It's called a bugle.
He makes the noise he makes. That's cool.
It's a bugle.
You know, the animal kingdom is quite interesting.
It is. It's got many layers to it.
I want that to be my quote. I want that. Someday, like if I retire or you're speaking after I pass, you'll be like, I remember Reid would say the most profound things. I remember one day we were discussing the Ryder Cup, because you won't exactly remember what happened.
Right.
You'd be like, we were talking about the Ryder Cup or the Olympics or something, and Reid just looked at me mid-thought and said, the animal kingdom is actually quite interesting. That's what I loved about Reid. You never knew what he was thinking.
Spontaneity. Haas says, that sound in my headset just about made me throw the headset. I'm sorry if I alarmed you.
Oh, yeah, you're upsetting people listening at work.
I will only do it now if I give fair warning. But I figured if there's any day to bring in an elk bugle, it's today.
Well, you had more faith in them than I did.
Well, that's natural with me. You'll find that the more and more the years and years we work together, you'll find that I generally try to take the high road. I may be wrong, but such is life.
Well, it was a heck of a game. Heck of a finish. I mean, how about the Elks got 3 turnovers in the first quarter. They had 2 interceptions really on the same drive because they fumbled the one right back to the Riders. That was a fun night at Commonwealth Stadium. Biggest crowd of the year, over 30,000 reported by the Elks for that one, so that was pretty good. A lot of Ryder fans, obviously, who, as always, were vocal and proud of their team and very passionate. But the Elks toughed it out. I mean, they got the lead 11-0, up 11-3 at the half, and then lost the lead. But then they responded.
They did.
Because most of the third quarter was watching Saskatchewan move the football almost at will. And it was a little like, okay, the Elks have lost control of this game, but they got it back. And what did they do? They threw some deep balls down the field. And they hit on 3 of them? Julian Grant and Hilaire a couple times. By the way, How do you say his name again?
Odieu
Hilair is going to join us in about an hour. The Elks are on a bye week, and I believe he's back home in Ohio, but he's going to join us.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, so that's really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, newer guy to the team, obviously. I had a look in the NFL. I believe was with Hamilton for a bit last year.
Yep.
And he's going to be on the show, which will be a lot of fun.
Well, and we're going to settle the debate if it's Odieu or if OJ.
Yeah, I want to ask him about, his name and joke, because when he first came into the lineup, I was like, oh, there's a French-Canadian kid.
Right.
Because you just think,
yeah,
okay. And it's like, oh, no, he actually isn't. You said fair warning, by the way, 4th studio album released by Van Halen, April 29th, 1981.
That's why
featuring such songs as Mean Street, Dirty Movies, Unchained, and So This Is Love.
What a banger.
Yeah.
Not their best album.
No, probably not. How the music has changed. 9 tracks, 31 minutes and 11 seconds. I read one of the many stories I've heard about Def Leppard making Hysteria, because it's 12 tracks, I think pushes 62 minutes. They have a couple of songs over 6 minutes long.
Wow.
And they were concerned about the length of the album. And I guess Mutt Lang said, no, I think this CD thing is going to is going to take off. I think so. We can start putting more songs on the albums.
Jam as much on, because you could only have limited track space on a cassette.
I think on an LP too.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, because it can only spin around so many times.
Those compact discs sure changed the world.
Compact discs. Sure, I can't believe CDs and DVDs went away as quickly as they did. Well, I know they're still out there, but
they're still out there. They're
remember going into Sam the Record Man just to browse?
No, but I do remember going to A&B Sound.
Sorry, A&B Sound.
A&B Sound.
Yeah.
And then wasn't it HMV?
Is there still an HMV anymore? There's
I doubt it.
What is it now? Is it Victory Records or something like that?
I mean, you can get records now.
Yeah.
At London Drugs. They have quite an extensive
I didn't even know that.
Selection, actually.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
Good old London Drugs.
They got everything there.
How's it going, everybody? He's Jay Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. Ben Thompson is at the technical desk. This is the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne on Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. It was a very interesting, newsworthy, entertaining weekend, and we're going to cover off some of those big storylines. We'll talk about it. We want your reaction as well. That's always fun to hear what you were thinking about the Elks, about the Oilers. I was at both games over the weekend. Ryder Cup, Blue Jays in the playoffs, wild Sunday night game in the National Football League. I'm probably forgetting something. You can text us at 780-218-9999. The afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. The entire menu is 50% off 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. You can email jay@edmontonsportstalk.com, reid@edmontonsportstalk.com. And, of course, if you are taking us in on YouTube, you can post in the nasty chat. And if you're there, subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk if you haven't already, and give us a thumbs up for this show.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
Sorry, it's Sunrise Records. That's what I was thinking of.
What did you say?
I said Victory Records.
Victory.
Which I don't know where that came from.
Victory!
Is there a Victory Records? I'm not sure.
No, that's what Johnny Drama said in Entourage.
Oh, did he?
That was his. Yeah. His thing.
Caster 1990 says Sunrise Records replaced HMV when they abandoned Canada. I think HMV still exists in the UK. And does not HMV stand for His Master's Voice? Because it's like a dog listening to his master. Ben, does that sound right to you?
Huh.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in an HMV?
No.
Have you ever been in a video rental store?
I'm sure I have. I had to have been young though.
Yeah.
I can't recall it off the top of my head, but yeah, I don't know. When you guys were talking about that, I was like, not really my generation.
What year were you born?
2003. Netflix got pretty big right when I was getting into movies. So
what do you got there?
HMV is still alive, but it's on the website that belongs to Toys R Us and Babies R Us.
Oh, of course.
That makes sense. Why not go shop for a bridal gift or a baby shower gift, and while you're there, go get some new DVDs or CDs.
See if you can get the Beatles' White Album on cassette.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great gifts for vinyl files? What's vinyl files?
People who are into vinyl.
They're called vinyl files?
Yes, like file means you're really into something.
I did not.
Yes, that's where some words come from.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's stop this one.
Like an audio file. Would you be really into audio?
But that's FILE.
Yes.
This is not.
What is it?
VINYLPHILES.
Yeah. PHILE. That's the suffix.
But you said audiophile, which would be
Which would be no, it wouldn't be
FPH.
PH. Yes. Yes, it means like being obsessed with a particular thing or subject. All right. So now we know the origin of a lot of words, everybody. Congratulations.
There we go.
Quickly, I was at both Oilers games on the weekend. We'll have the Oil understood for GCL Diesel a little bit later on. They had the better lineup in both games. I thought the Frederick, Draisaitl, and McDavid line was very good last night. Frederick scored. I think that I don't really know what I think. It's the preseason. I mean, I can only get so excited about stuff. Noah Phillips scored on Friday. That was pretty good. Ike Howard, I think, can shoot the puck. I don't know if he has a lot of heaviness on the puck yet in terms of forechecking. Hopefully that'll come. Matt Savoy, his all-around game gets praised by Chris Knobloch whenever he talks about him. He didn't play last night. I'll go over who I think's going to be on the opening day lineup. By the way, I know Benny's been mentioning this as well. Podkolzin's going to be back pretty soon. Here's exactly what Chris Knobloch said last night.
Yeah, we're expecting his flight to come back Tuesday night. So we're not going to get him in that Wednesday game. He'll skate on Wednesday, skate on Thursday, and then hopefully he can play that last exhibition game.
Okay, so Podkolzin getting into the last exhibition game in Vancouver on Friday. I am ready for the exhibition season to end, my friend.
Oh, I think we all are.
So last night's game was on TV.
Actually. Yeah, I was.
Did you watch?
I was back and forth between that and what turned out to be a great Sunday night football game. I don't think anybody imagined that the game going that way.
Right.
We'll talk about it later, but yeah, I was back and forth. I flipped over once and I saw I caught the McDavid Draisaitl goal to put it up 4-2.
Yep, decent goal.
Beautiful goal. I mean, that's just classic McDavid, classic Draisaitl finish. That looked great. They celebrated like they just lost the game. It was just a quick reminder that this is in fact preseason, that these guys do not care about it and would like to get on to the regular season.
Yes, they are ready for the regular season to begin.
Yes.
Well, next year it'll be starting around now because it's going to start in September and they're down to 4 preseason games. So that's good.
No, I being put through this on this side of the desk now, Reid, is just tiring.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop the madness. What are we doing?
I don't know what we're doing.
You could do 2 games of preseason. I mean, these guys don't have really an off season. It's not like the old days when they need to come in and shed 15 pounds prior to the regular season kicking off.
Right.
They don't have an off season. They take maybe a month off, maybe a month and a half, and they're back on the ice.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, it'll be good.
That's my thoughts and feelings on preseason.
No,
I think they're much
you're
aligned.
very honest. Yes. I mean, like it's still fun watching hockey, and there were some nice plays last night. Pickard got a shutout on Friday. Wasn't that busy. Made a couple of good saves. Skinner played last night. I mean, it's again, we'll see. There was the one-timer goal where I left myself wishing. It's like, well, okay, it's a one-timer goal, but could have he got across the net a little quicker? The other 2, I mean, one goal went in off Ekholm. The other one, the guy made a pretty nice shot into the crossbar. So sometimes they make good shots. But yeah, I think we will further evaluate things once the games start to count in the standings for sure. What else was announced over the weekend? So what's this dude that's, is it a band or a guy? Ben, can you help?
Yes, it is a guy.
Who is Bad Bunny?
Probably the biggest non-English artist in the world. He's to be honest, and I would say I'm pretty well versed in today's music, especially kind of around that genre. I couldn't name you one Bad Bunny song, but that's just because I don't listen to Spanish music.
Okay.
But he's very, very big in Europe, South America, even certain parts of the States. So I understand the reasoning behind this. Like Hernan was talking about in afternoons, like it was not getting the most amount of love on social media. But honestly, I think it's cool. The NFL, like will I understand a word? Probably not. But I'll still be tuning in just to watch the performance and everything. There's still things you can take away from it. So
yeah, I mean, I'm at the point, and I've said this a few years about halftime shows. They're not for me. Yeah, like I always say, I don't need a halftime show. First of all, I want to watch the Grey Cup or the Super Bowl or whatever. And then a lot of times these artists are aimed at a younger demographic. So I'm not being one of these people like, oh, I can't believe they picked Bad Bunny. It's like, well, no, I would expect them to pick somebody I know very little or nothing about. Like, I know I'm not going to be like, oh, it's Poison and Def Leppard doing halftime. Like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I just don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to change. I'm not there for the halftime
I'll watch
show.
it. Like, it's usually a spectacular show.
Yeah, I just don't care. I'm there to watch the game. I want to watch the game.
If they came out and said there's no halftime performer this year, I'd have the same reaction. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't care.
But we are going to have some fun.
We have to.
Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. And since 2024, they've provided our off-topic topic. Their unparalleled customer service combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout at 780-454-4536. We would like you to tell us the name of Bad Bunny's biggest hit. Wrong answers only.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Huh. For example, I'll start.
Okay.
Pour some carrots on me. What are Bad Bunny's biggest songs? Wrong answers only. In the Nasty Chat or River Crib Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999.
How about the international sensation, Hop, Hop, Hippity Hop? I mean,
that's pretty good.
Sounds like a banger.
Yeah. Does he do hip hop?
It's like
hop and hip hop.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is a hip hop. It's a hip hop like R&B pop type. It's around that area. It's very singy, good bounce to the songs type.
Scott Thompson, is this your relative?
Nope.
Scott Thompson.
Great last name. No.
Some Bunny to Love.
Oh, classic.
That's a good one. Don't you need somebody to love? Don't you want somebody to love? Yeah. Rip Van Winkle, Hop in the Name of Love. Before you break my tooth.
How about the take on the Rolling Stones' greatest hit?
What?
Well, I
did you catch yourself mid-sentence?
I did.
Were you going to say something naughty?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, there's plenty of songs you can tie into this.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I think this will be fun. Jumpin' Jack Flash. I mean,
writes itself. So anyway, the off-topic topic for William Huff. What are Big Bunny's? Sorry, is it Bad Bunny or Big Bunny? Did I say Big Bunny or Bad Bunny before?
You said big.
I've said both.
No,
I've said both. Yeah.
Now you have, but yeah, bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
He's a bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. We had a Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Where? I put it down.
What? Oh.
What?
That was bad?
It was bad. It bit me.
When did this happen? Since the show started?
No.
Have you told this story already?
I don't know.
Wow, how did that?
Should I just bugle now?
Usually I'm the one who makes it dark. And all of a sudden you're like, we're all laughing and Jay's like, kill the rabbit.
He bit me. I have a scar on my thumb. It was a vicious little thing.
Ooh.
And it wasn't like pet rabbits are normally like, hey, how are you doing? And then they'll hop over to you and you can snuggle it. This one would always have its face facing you and would put its butt to the corner.
Yeah.
So if you walk circles around it, it would track you, which is very un-bunny-like.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was a bad day for that bunny.
So how did you euthanize it, Jay?
Well, we have our ways, Reid.
His hands.
Really? Okay.
We have our ways. No, we went for a little ride into the back 40.
Why didn't you just release it?
That's not humane. Then it would have to fend for itself. It probably would have showed up with more friends.
My goodness.
Then they would have attacked us.
Aiden and O'Neill says Bunny and the Jets.
Nice.
Classic track as well.
Yes.
Very good. All right.
Bunny and the Jets.
Remember to give us a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. How are we saying his name? Odieu Hilair. I want to find out a little bit about his name.
I can't wait for
and his background. He's coming up at 4 o'clock from the Edmonton Elks. You're going to hear from Knobloch and Draisaitl and Trent Frederick as we roll along. We'll talk some Ryder Cup. Of course, we'll dive deeper into the Elks game as well. Here is Ben Thompson at the technical desk.
We've got a Monday Night Football doubleheader tonight, kicking off with the Dolphins and Jets. Both clubs come in at 0-3, looking for their first win of the year. Justin Fields has cleared concussion protocol, and we'll get the start for New York. Kickoff goes at 5:15. At 6:15, the Broncos host the Bengals in Denver. Joe Burrow is still out, so Jake Browning takes the reins for Cincinnati as he faces off with Bo Nix. The Broncos look to get back to 500 as they sit at 1-2. You can catch all the action with Lieutenant Eric at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge right off Fort Road. Tonight's feature is including loaded burgers and your chance to qualify for a trip for two to LA to see the Rams battle the Saints. Every day is game day at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge. Tomorrow, the MLB playoffs get underway with the full slate of games. The Red Sox and Yankees square off in a wild card series, with the winner moving on to face the division-winning Blue Jays. First pitch is set for 4:08. On the ice, the Oilers entered the final week of preseason with matchups against Seattle and Vancouver. Coach Knobloch says Vasily Podkolzin will return from Russia tomorrow. He won't play Wednesday night, but is confirmed to suit up Friday against the Canucks. And on the waiver wire, Matt Tompkins has been placed there, while Josh Brown and Robbie Giraventi have cleared. The sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Proudly serving Edmonton and area for over 30 years, their West End showroom is open 7 days a week. You can also shop online at ParamountFlooring.ca. More of Reid and Jay on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
Two guys and a goalie.
The thought I had this morning is, what if he is making this, we'll call it a political decision to have eyes on him, not falling on a sword, but carrying a shield, as it were. Because if everyone's asking questions about him, guess what they're not asking about? Guess who hasn't been swamped with stuff heading into the season? Stuart Skinner, Darnell Nurse, Evan Bouchard.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian-owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
Win big this NFL season at the Canadian Brewhouse presented by Bud Light. You could win a trip to Super Bowl 60, plus prizes like smokers, Bud Light coolers, and a trip to an NFL home opener next season. Enjoy $1 off Bud Light and Budweiser tankards. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The leaves are turning, and just like golf season, time is running out to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Fall football in your living room just became the fan zone. Before you move in the giant screen, make space to cheer on your favorite team with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
right, thanks a lot for tuning in today. What do we got? Was this the double header in Monday Night Football, or is this the overlap header?
Overlap header.
The overlap header. Jets Dolphins at 6:15. Bengals Broncos at 6:15. How do you want? Can you watch both games at the same time?
Picture in picture, baby.
4 eyes.
Get the old pip going. You remember the pip?
I used to have the pip on my TV.
That was a big thing in TV. Where it's like, hey, watch this.
It's got picture in picture.
We've got picture in picture.
Did you sell TVs at Avance Furniture?
We did not.
No.
But I don't think the margins are good.
Yeah.
I think it's about turnover. You have to sell a lot of them. You got to turn them over fast.
Well, you got to turn the TVs over.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Picture in picture.
But remember the one picture? The picture in picture was super small.
Yes.
And it's like, we have picture in picture. Do you see the other game? And it's like, no, not really.
I think I had a TV where you could have a small pip or a big pip. So I had a big pip, but then I would still just wind up watching one game or another.
You see, DAZN, the app,
right?
Sports app on Red Zone on DAZN, you can go on there and you can put 4 games that equally share similar size on across your TV. So like for me and my daughters and Sundays, they're like, Dad, we need all the games. So we get Red Zone going on one. And my daughter's a Chiefs fan. So we got that one going, a Commanders one. It's fun. It's awesome.
Yeah. All right. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort Casino inbox. Our off-topic topic for William Huff. Tell us a hit song or 2 recorded by Bad Bunny. Wrong answers only. Who is the Super Bowl halftime show? Ace says Bunny Love, and they called it Bunny Love. Pretty good. Casino Dealer J, Mo Bunny, Mo Problems.
How about VR? My bunny lies over the ocean.
Yeah, there we go.
Very good.
Hopefully he does all these at halftime.
There's a chance.
There's a chance.
Slim to nil.
Get some ideas for new songs from listening to Edmonton Sports Talk. That'd be incredible. All right, let's. We have a lot we want to talk about that happened over the last couple days. Yeah. Oh, what came in?
I just refreshed the inbox. There's a lot. Pink Bunny Club. That comes in.
Oh, jeez.
The Season of the Duck. I don't understand that one. Jump Around.
I don't either. Am I missing something?
Jump Around.
Jump Around. Yeah, that's a big Bad Bunny song.
Aiden O'Neill. Where are my carrots at? Or Hop It Like It's Hot. Oh, boy.
You can't even keep up with the text coming in.
Bootsky, I want to hold your foot. And Dudley, this might be the best one I've seen. Hairway to Heaven.
Hairway to Heaven. H-A-R-E.
Very good.
W-A-Y.
Very creative.
That's very good, everybody. We'll keep those coming and we'll revisit that a little bit later on. Yeah, a lot we want to cover off from the weekend. Let's start with some Elk stuff. And we're going to crunch the numbers here for Gallo LLP, Chartered Professional Accountants, where they go beyond the numbers to ensure the continued success of your business. Reach out to Preet or John at Gallo LLP if you'd like to discuss further how they can crunch your numbers and help your business grow. Visit their website, GalloLLP.ca. See how Gallo LLP can help your business grow. Any thoughts on the game you want to get out first, or anything else you digested over the last 45 hours?
Look, we've been looking for this team to take deep shots.
Yes.
Big plays. They did. In the pregame or kickoff show, one of my keys to the game was coach the game to win. Don't coach it to not lose. And late in the game, when they had that second down conversion, where they went deep to a guest on our show today, Odieu Hilair, that said to me that they've learned something, that they're progressing as a coaching staff. Because that could have easily been another run to try kill some more clock, even though they knew they weren't going to get a first down. They took a shot. They were aggressive, which in those situations, I hope they're learning that they need to play that way all the time.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, look, you could say, well, Brett Lawther missed a kick early in the game, or I think he missed 2 field goals that game. If you're a Saskatchewan fan, you're pretty ticked off that they didn't call that a fumble recovered for a touchdown.
Yep.
There's a lot of ways this game could have went to the Saskatchewan Roughriders, but right now in the standings, it doesn't suggest that. The Elks won. They deserved that win. They fought hard for that win, and I thought the coaching staff took some. We're more aggressive in general. At times.
Yeah. And I mean, look, the other team's going to make plays.
Yep.
I mean, I was a little frustrated they gave up the field goal at the end of the first half, sort of as passively as they did. And hey, they created 3 turnovers in the first quarter. I think that it seemed to me they must have shown Trevor Harris some things he wasn't expecting early, the way he threw a couple of those interceptions right to Elks players. So that was encouraging that maybe Sherritt drew something up that befuddled the veteran quarterback a little bit. They certainly were taking some punches because, Saskatchewan took the lead, and I thought a lot of the third quarter was just watching Saskatchewan do almost whatever they want. Like, I texted you the time of possession after the third quarter. It was basically 25-17.
Yeah, bad
for the Riders. It wasn't good. But you're right, the Elks got a break on the whistle going before the fumble, but I know Elks fans are going to say, well, didn't Hamilton get a break on the reviewed? So, you hope things like that even out. And then there was plenty of football after that. And the Elks sort of steadied the ship and made more plays. Now, Rankin, spectacular again. I mean, that's 2nd and 12. And he got the ball about 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, he really had to go about 17 or 18 yards. So he continues to be spectacular.
Did you hear about what Killam had to say about that specific run in his postgame?
I can't remember.
He said that was the play of the year for this team.
Really?
That kind of embodies what this team is becoming.
Right.
And like 2nd, 3rd, 4th efforts to get the first down.
Yeah.
That made me stand up out of my seat. That was the hardest 12-yard run I think I've seen in a long time. That looked like an A.J. Ouellette run, where he's just downhill, smashing, bashing, busting outside. That was a passionate run.
Yeah, so huge win for the Elks. They are still alive for the playoffs. It is still going to be incredibly difficult. I mean, they're going to need either Winnipeg, BC, or Calgary to probably lose every remaining game. Calgary looks like now the best bet to do that, with the way they've been playing.
Well, I mean, Edmonton's got Winnipeg. They've got BC.
But you don't have the tiebreak against BC.
You can get it against Winnipeg.
You have to beat BC. You can get it against Winnipeg, and you can get it against Calgary by beating them head-to-head in the last game of the season.
Yep.
Wouldn't that be incredible if it came down to the last game of the year for the playoff spot?
Stranger things have happened.
They certainly have, Jay.
Calgary's 8-6. Winnipeg's 8-7. BC's 8-7. Edmonton sits 2 behind at 6-9. But they get Winnipeg, they get BC, and they get Calgary. If you're looking at this at the start of the year, you would say, ooh, that's a tough way to end the season for the Elks. Right now, as an Elks fan, you should be thankful that it is this way at the end of the year, because this is the only way that you can get into a playoff spot.
Right.
Is by having this schedule and taking on teams you're chasing. They control, I think they control their own destiny. If they win 3 out, I think they're going to be in the playoffs.
They probably would be in, actually.
Because Calgary's schedule is not easy.
Well, but I think we now want BC to beat Calgary this coming week.
Sure you do. Because one team's going one direction. Calgary does not look like the Calgary that started the season off to such a hot start. Between Calgary and Winnipeg, I think those are the 2 teams you'd be chasing if you're Edmonton.
Right.
Winnipeg, if they beat Winnipeg at home, coming off the bye, by 14 points, they have the season tiebreak. Right. Now, that's a tall task.
Yeah.
But like I said, this team is capable of playing and beating any team in the CFL. It's just a matter if they put it together.
Right. Well, and it's come down to the last play of the game. Well, I guess there would have been more game if Saskatchewan would have got that 2-point convert, but the last play of the game in this one went the Elks' way after not going that way the last 2 weeks. But crunching the numbers for Gallo LLP. So this is timely because a week ago, the CFL announced the rule changes that are going to start over the next 2 years. And they're going to go to a 35-second play clock. We don't know exactly how it's going to work, except it'll start as soon as the previous play ends.
The play clock.
But we don't know exactly how the game clock will work after incomplete passes and after the 3-minute warning. I mean, they could go back to a 20-second play clock after the 3-second warning and just keep it after the 3-minute warning. Imagine if there was a 3-second warning. and so there's still
might help
questions
some
to be
teams.
answered. And look, I love the CFL. I know it markets itself with the whole no lead is safe thing and all the comebacks. But there's also a point to me where I'm like, the game should be over. It shouldn't be as quote unquote as easy as it often is for the team that's trailing to come back. because the clock is so different after the 3-minute warning. In my mind, it's too different. It's too much of a departure from the rest of the game because of the stop time and, the getting out of bounds and incomplete passes stopping it. So I just thought I'm just going to count from Saturday's game. In the fourth quarter, there were 48 plays run, okay? 26 of them were before the 3-minute warning. 22 of them were after the 3-minute warning.
Yikes.
And I just look at that and I think, could they do something like maybe this new clock? I wouldn't mind if you want to have more plays in the fourth quarter, that's fine. That's how football is going to work. And you got a couple timeouts and stuff. But is there not a way you could put more plays in the first 12 minutes of the quarter and a little fewer in the last 3 minutes? Like Saskatchewan ran 7 plays in 41 seconds at the end of the game. And 4 of those plays ended in bounds, right? They had one out of bounds. I think they had an incomplete, and then they had the spike, I guess. So I don't know. I get it. They want comebacks, and I get it. The team with the lead still has to move the ball, but the Elks did move the ball. They got a long bomb pass and a first down, and took time and scored points. And Saskatchewan still had time to come back. So I don't know. I actually think that, and I think in real time the last 3 minutes take too long. Like I think they need to. We'll see what this does to the pace of the game now. But in the third quarter there were 34 plays. So there were 34 plays in the third, 48 plays in the fourth, 22 of them after the 3-minute warning.
Yeah.
Now, I guess you could say they were all meaningful plays because it came down to the last play. But I don't know. I find that a little frustrating. And I think the team with the lead, like I get it, they want comebacks, but the way the last 3 minutes work, it's almost disrespectful to the team that has a 2-score lead after 57 minutes. It's like, hey, you actually haven't done that much work. You can easily lose. I don't know.
Okay, that last drive you're talking about, took 7 plays, 41 seconds.
Yes.
Earlier in the game, Saskatchewan had a 7-play drive. Do you know how long it took off the clock?
4 minutes.
3 minutes and 59 seconds.
Right.
They had an 8-play drive that took 3:23. A 6-play drive. No, that's not accurate.
What about that drive they started on their own 2 or whatever?
That took 9 minutes and 16 seconds. That was an 11-play drive.
So that's about right. So that's good. That would be about 35 seconds per play. I'm rounding off. Well, no, it would be a little less than that. So I get it. They want comebacks. They want it to be crazy. They want it to be unpredictable. That's what gets on highlights, and that's what sells tickets. But the Elk, I guess the bottom line is you have to just call your normal. I mean, maybe on second down before the field goal, the Elks should have thrown. Well, they should have gone for another first down the way they normally would have.
Yeah, I agree. They should have. They should have put it to bed. Instead, they settle for a field goal. And then it's 27-19. That opens the door for Saskatchewan to do what they did and come back and ultimately tie almost tie the game. Yeah, I mean, look, that is something that is very unique and special to the CFL. That hasn't changed in a long time. And I think there will be tweaks to it because Commissioner Stuart Johnston did say that he also wants to create urgency on behalf of the offense, right, as well. But I mean, Saskatchewan with 41 seconds left put together a pretty meticulous drive, 7 plays to score a touchdown.
Okay, but here's what frustrates me though. They had what I think 3 plays that ended in bounds. So the ump sets the ball.
Yeah.
And he doesn't kind of put the ball down until the center is there, which means most of the offense is going to be getting into place. Then he has to run back 15 yards. The ref waits for him to get into place, glances to make sure the other officials are ready, and then blows it in. Like it's almost as good as going out of bounds. I mean, because there was on one play, Saskatchewan didn't snap it until there was 17. I mean, you're basically getting stop time.
Yeah.
I know you still have to hurry, and I know you're not huddling, and you got to be practiced in that situation. But man, oh man, like it really benefits. It just really benefits the team that is behind. And I know I'm talking about this after a game in which the Elks were under stress, but I've kind of thought this for years, where it's like, my God, and the Elks have benefited from it. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, oh my God.
Well, Matt, it's a Garrison. In the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, you can have your voice heard there at 780-218-9999. It says change it to a 2-minute warning.
They might. I mean, there might be something else that looks a little different, right?
Well, there will be something that looks different. The 2-minute warning, though, is would probably piss off Hernan even more than he is pissed off about these changes.
Right.
In saying that this is just a way to make it look like the NFL field size. If you go to a 2-minute warning, that's another factor that is now the same in both leagues.
Yeah.
So I don't know how well that would go over, but they do have a rules committee that will be looking at this after the season. That will get together, sit down, and because that is the CFL. I think one of its greatest features is that you cannot kneel out a game.
Right. Yeah. If there's over 40 seconds left, you can't kneel out the game.
I mean, Jacksonville got a first down yesterday in San Francisco with just under the 2-minute warning, and the game was over.
The game was over. Yeah. It's a 50.
That's boring.
If the other team's out of timeouts, it's a 58-minute game. But
yeah.
Sometimes they aren't.
Yeah, that's true.
So anyway, it just
more timeouts then.
Well, they might increase. They might keep the 35-second clock after the 3-minute warning and just give more timeouts. I also think if you spike the ball to stop the clock, you should get a 5-yard penalty. It's a form of intentional grounding.
It is intentional grounding.
I think you should say, okay, you stop the clock, but you go back 5 yards.
Yeah. Like, when did that become a CFL thing?
It doesn't happen as often in the CFL because you have one fewer down. So don't wait. But there, Saskatchewan only had one play. There was like 7 seconds left. Usually
that is the definition of intentional grounding. Because your old linemen are not eligible receivers.
Right. They allow you to do it straight down at your feet. I've never liked that play. It should come with a penalty. It's like, okay, you get the stoppage, but you have to lose 5 yards. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a miserable old human being, which is quite possible. We are coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Lobster Fest is back at the Canadian Brewhouse.
Is it?
It's Saturday, October 4th at 6. That's this Saturday. It's also in this studio at 4:20. Where are we getting lobsters delivered? A bunch of lobsters are just going to walk right in here. Saturday, October 4th at 6 p.m. Enjoy a pound and a half of fresh Atlantic lobster with all the fixings for $49.99. Pair it with a stein of Alexander Keith's. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com. Jay's Play of the Day is coming up.
We've got a Monday Night Football doubleheader tonight, kicking off for the Dolphins and the Jets. Both clubs come in at 0-3, looking for their first win of the year. Justin Fields has clear concussion protocol, and we'll get the start for New York. Kickoff goes at 5:15. At 6:15, the Broncos host the Bengals in Denver. Joe Burrow is still out, so Jake Browning takes the reins for Cincinnati as he faces off with Bo Nix. The Broncos look to get back to 500 as they sit at 1-2. You can catch all the action from Lieutenant Eric at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge right off Fort Road. Tonight's features include loaded burgers and your chance to qualify for a trip for two to LA to see the Rams battle the Saints. Every day is game day at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge. Tomorrow in the MLB playoffs goes underway with a full slate of games. The Red Sox and Yankees square off in a wild card series, with the winner moving on to face the division-winning Blue Jays. First pitch is set for 4:08. And on the ice, the Oilers enter the final week of preseason with matchups against Seattle and Vancouver. Coach Knobloch says Vasily Podkolzin will return from Russia tomorrow. He won't play Wednesday night, but is confirmed to suit up for Friday against the Canucks. And on the waiver wire, Matt Tompkins has been placed there, while Josh Brown and Robbie Giraventi have cleared. The sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine and Physiotherapy. Connor McDavid's got a team full of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game at Advantage Sports Medicine. Call 780-460-9977 or visit their website at AdvantageSportsMed.ca to book an appointment today. More of Reid and Jay on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
The oil stream.
Dinner hate has built up for years and on their off season, and they didn't do anything about it. I think this could end up being an absolute cesspool and tire fire of a season online and in your post-game show chat.
Yes, to it being a pretty interesting year online, but the storm clouds are brewing.
The oil stream presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
Indigenous celebration returns. Your Edmonton Elks face the Saskatchewan Roughriders Saturday, September 27th. Enjoy Indigenous dance and drum halftime performances, the pre-game makers market, and the unveiling of our brand new Indigenous gear. Indigenous celebration is back. Presented by No Frills, 5 p.m. September 27th. Elks, Riders, wear the right shade of green. Tickets start at just $20. Score yours now at goelks.com.
Gallo LLP is an Alberta-based accounting firm with expert chartered professional accountants in both our Edmonton and Sherwood Park accounting firms. Our experienced and innovative accountants provide financial advice that saves our clients money. Simply put, we help our clients protect their assets and grow their businesses. At Gallo LLP, they go beyond the numbers to ensure the continued success of your business. Reach out to Preet or John to discuss how they can help your business grow. Visit gallollp.ca today and see how they can help you take your business to the next level.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know. Happy Monday, everybody. We will not be broadcasting tomorrow, National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. We will return live programming Wednesday at 6:04 a.m. with the Nielsen Show on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, YouTube, and that show, of course, also on 95.7 Cruise FM. We will talk some Oilers. We'll talk some Ryder Cup. Odieu Hilair, Elks receiver, is going to join us in about 10 minutes. That'll be cool to get to know him a little bit better. Right now,
it's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
It's presented by Play Alberta. You can skip the flight to Vegas because jackpots are just a tap away. Experience all the thrills of the casino right from your phone with Play Alberta. Download the app today. Deposit $50 using the EST exclusive promo code EST Casino for a $50 casino bonus, Mr. Milne.
Wow. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
It's nice to be here. Yeah, I got to go with the Monday Nighter. The double game tonight just has enticed me to go for both of them. But you could probably trim these off into singles with the spread and be okay. But I just went Dolphins to win, Broncos to win, money line, straight up, No spreads. No fooling around, Reid. And that actually got boosted to plus 121.
Oh, good.
So that is a pretty favorable number for both of those teams who are favorites. I actually feel, in my own humble opinion, that the Dolphins are going to beat the Jets by more than the Broncos beat the Bengals.
How do you feel about that, Ben Thompson?
For my old team that I was a fan of.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm not a Dolphins fan anymore.
What are you talking about?
I'm not. I left them.
No, you haven't.
Yep. I've left them. I'm leaving them.
Why?
Because they suck.
Dude, okay. Before we finish this, I want to have a talk with you.
Right.
Put yourself on camera, please.
Okay.
So everybody can see you.
Okay.
Ben, the biggest part of being a fan is to be with them through the highs and the lows. Don't talk. You'll get the conch at some point here. This, I'm leaving them. My fandom is up for... No, Ben. You chose the Dolphins. Actually, the Dolphins chose you.
That's not what happened.
Do you have the conch? Zip it. Don't play the conch. It's illegal. There will be fines. Ben, I just encourage you to stick it out. So they suck. I've been a Commanders fan since I was a little boy. They've sucked my entire existence. Literally.
But how did you become
of watching them? I saw a jersey in my bedroom that I started wearing, and boom, I was cheering for the team from Washington, who shall not be named.
It chose you.
They chose me. Mm-hmm. The Dolphins chose you as well.
Nope.
And I think here's what you're opening yourself up to this. If you choose another team and just start, saying, oh, my fandom's for sale, you will never hear the end of it. Nobody here will let you off the hook for it. I think a lot of nasties would not let you off the hook for it. It's just, you know what? It's a cop-out move. Hey, stick with them. Stay with them.
No, I can't listen. All right. You're good now? You got it?
You may speak.
Okay. So the Dolphins, my first part of the argument, the Dolphins did not choose me. Okay. I was going over to my friend's place to watch football, and he happened to be a Dolphins fan. I was like, oh, you know what? I'll root with him. My heart doesn't scream the Dolphins as my football team. I was just along for the ride. And if they were a team, if I grew my love for them, I have no problem staying there. But I don't actively root for them. They to me, they're just not a team that I'm like, oh yeah, like that's my team. It doesn't feel like my team. And yes, it's partly because they suck, but I think it's also just because I just don't think they fit with me.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you the way the world works. The NFL world works in one way. You stick with a team and you go high or low, right, Reid? What? The Seahawks? That's your team?
Yeah, I like the Seahawks.
Yeah, see, he likes the Seahawks. They suck. They blow chunks.
Yeah, I'm. They're 3-1. I'm fine with cheering for a team that's not great. Like, I'm fine with that. I was born into being an Oilers fan and watched a decade of darkness growing up. Didn't know that there was a good team that used to play here. But it's early enough for my NFL fandom, in my opinion, to change. It's not like I've been a diehard fan for 6 to 8 years. I've been a fan of them for over 2 seasons. That's it. So I think once you hit the 3-year mark, you once your ELC is ran up.
Oh
as a
no!
fan,
Don't even try to give me a timeline.
Once your ELC is ran up as a fan,
don't try and justify a timeline.
You could push negotiations, and my negotiations are I'm looking to go to a different franchise in either in Green Bay, Buffalo, or in Cincinnati.
Oh wow, he's making it go. Okay,
that's even worse.
I gotta jump in here. That was Jay's play of the day for Play Alberta.
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day.
Just because we got to get to the afternoon headlines, brought to you by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today.
Hey, this is Chet Palmer with your sports report. Now the Packers and Cowboys kissed the sister in the Sunday Nighter. Hey, Jerry Jones, where are your good defensive players? Pass the cheese, Mr. Parsons. Freddie looks ready after the game last night. He helped Leon and Connor muck the Canucks. Hey, and are some of these kids going to make the team? Fill her up, Noah. The Ryder Cup is going across the pond. The Yanks came on stronger than a Sunday morning cup of joe, but their hole was deeper than my brother-in-law's gambling debts. I'm Chet Palmer.
God bless you.
He likes the cup of joe references.
Oh, yeah. He's a big cup of joe guy.
Yeah.
Big cup of joe. I wonder what his brother's gambling debts are.
Well, probably, he probably put a lot on the Americans in the Ryder Cup, I would guess.
I would imagine.
Yeah. That was the afternoon headlines for 100.3 The Bear. Odieu Hilair, Elks receiver. When we get back, you're also going to hear from Trent Frederick, Leon Draisaitl, and Chris Knobloch. It's the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
We've got a Monday Night Football doubleheader on tap tonight, starting with the Dolphins and the Jets. Both teams come in at 0-3, looking for their first win of the season. Justin Fields has clear concussion protocol, and we'll get the start for New York. Kickoff is set for 5:15. Then at 6:15, the Broncos welcome the Bengals to Denver. Joe Burrow remains sidelined, so Jake Browning takes over for Cincinnati as he squares off with Bo Nix. Denver looks to pull to even in the season at 1-2. You can catch all the action with Lieutenant Eric at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge just off Fort Road. Tonight's specials include loaded burgers and a chance to qualify for a trip for two to LA to see the Rams take on the Saints. Every day is game day at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge. Tomorrow, the MLB playoffs get underway with the full slate. The Red Sox and Yankees clash in a wild card series, with the winner advancing to meet the division-winning Blue Jays. First pitch goes at 4:08. On the ice, the Oilers gear up for their final week of preseason play with matchups against Seattle and Vancouver. Coach Knobloch says Vasily Podkolzin will return from Russia tomorrow. He will not dress Wednesday, but is confirmed for Friday against the Canucks. And on the waiver wire, Matt Tompkins has been placed there, while Josh Brown and Robbie Giraventi have cleared. Second hour of the Reid Wilkins Show comes up after the break. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
I said before we let him go, I was like, what is the update? And he just said, I'm just going to leave that one with a smile. I mean, unless he hates fantasy and he was mocking us, I think they're probably going to try to have it in place by next year. If you're going to be drawing in tens of thousands of fans to play season-long fantasy, you got to make sure that that bad boy operates smoothly, or they're going to look at it, go to play, it's going to screw up, and they'll be like, I'm never coming back to CFL fantasy ever again. You can't drop the ball on this.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
Just wasting gas. Whoa, blurring them dotted lines, killing.
Don't miss three-time CCMA Performer of the Year, Dallas Smith, Unplugged, November 1st at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Lobsterfest is back at the Canadian Brewhouse. Saturday, October 4th at 6 p.m. A pound and a half of fresh Atlantic lobster with all the fixins for just $49.99. Pair it with a stein of Alexander Keith. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
The EST Hangout.
But we were walking to a 16th tee, I think it was, and I heard this, like all kinds of screaming, like from all, I'm like, what the heck just happened? Why is everyone screaming out here? And then someone behind us hollered at us, the Jays just hit a grand slam home run. And so people were yelling all over the golf course because they're watching on their phones, right?
I love it.
Yeah.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean?
For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
All right, hope you're having a great Monday afternoon. Edmonton Oilers practice today. Their final 2 preseason games are on the road. Seattle Wednesday, Vancouver Friday, and then the regular season starts next Wednesday with a home game against the Calgary Flames. The Edmonton Elks are on a bye week, so they will watch the results this coming weekend and see how that shakes up the standings as they are still trying to put together a run towards a playoff spot. Pretty exciting win over the Riders a couple of days ago, and one of the guys who helped make it happen is Elks receiver Odieu Hilair. Odieu, you're on with Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me.
Well, thanks for making the time to come on. I know it's your bye week, and I asked Michael if you'd be able to come on. So thanks a lot for making time for us. I got to dive in here right away. Are we saying your name correctly?
Yes, it's Odieu Hilair, but under my nameplate here, it's misspelled. The last name is misspelled, but it's Odieu Hilair. You did pronounce it correctly.
Okay, all right. Well, what do we need is to? Ben can change it on the fly. We can fix that so it's right on YouTube. I might have given it to him spelled wrong, so we'll fix it.
You guys have it spelled correctly.
H-I-L-I-A-R-E.
It's only one L, Ben.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. H-I-L-I-A-R-E.
Okay. Now, do people call you OJ or do they not call you OJ?
Yeah, some people call me OJ. It's a childhood nickname given to me when I was a kid. So a lot of people call me OJ, and it kind of went on with me everywhere I go. Some people call me Juice. Just, nickname, childhood nicknames.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll fix it up. We'll make sure we get it right there. Sorry about
Yes,
that.
sir.
Well, you're making a name for yourself, which is good. Now, where are you right now? Where did you go here for the bye?
For the bye, I'm currently in Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio. I have family here.
Okay, so visiting some family.
Yes.
So I want before we talk about the game, I love, especially for a newer player, for the fans to get to know that person a little bit. I think it helps build the connection. So tell us, can you kind of give us the summary of where you were born, where you grew up, and got into football and that kind of stuff?
Yes, sir. So I was born in Belgrade, Florida, small city, known for agriculture and football, which is in South Florida. We're right on the lake, Lake Okeechobee, right on the south side of the lake. I played football my whole life. My parents or my whole family is from Haiti. I'm my mom's first kid that was born in the States, so I'm Haitian American. I speak Creole fluently, man, but growing up, my parents were immigrants, so they worked agriculture, they worked in the field. So, all we knew was hard work. And I watched my mom as a woman or my grandmother as an older woman go out in the fields and work really hard. So that was instilled in us and all of the kids early on. My mom always told us, make sure y'all go to school and learn, what you need to learn in school. Therefore, you guys don't have to work in situations like this. And, so that kind of always stuck with us. But just always just been a hard worker, man. Growing up with a Haitian family just taught me a lot about life, taught me how to be grateful for a lot of things. So it's a little bit about me.
Okay. Well, what I wondered, because when I first saw your name on the roster, I obviously didn't know much about you. You're probably going to laugh at me. I thought you were French Canadian when I just saw the name, but right?
The name is French. The name is French name. So yeah, you're correct with that. The name is a French name, but I'm just Haitian. I speak Creole. I don't speak any French either, but it is a French name for sure. So you were somewhere with that.
Okay. Now, who got you into football? How'd that journey start?
My older brothers. I have 2 older brothers. One of them was a high school All-American, all-county player in football. Then I have the oldest. He was a wrestler, but we just very super competitive. So my older brother played ball. I always knew I wanted to play football. When they used to come home when I was small, I used to try to put on their equipment, put on their helmet, walk around, big helmet, big shoulder pads. So my older brother, he also the one signed me up at about 8 years old. He took me out there. He was in college at the time. He signed me up for Little League football, and since then, I've never missed a season. I always played football. I played football my whole life, and it's really, all I know, honestly, man. I played multiple sports. I ran track in high school. I played some basketball, but football always been where it was at for me.
Were you always a receiver?
Always a receiver, but actually, fun fact, my first year I was an O-lineman. O-lineman my first year. Yeah, just didn't have the skill yet. Just wasn't good yet, especially being introduced into a full pass. So I didn't have the skill set to be out wide yet. So became an O-lineman. It actually made me tough, man. Being in the trenches, getting my hands stepped on, banging every place. So that's what really made me tough, playing O-lineman. Then I also went on to play some linebacker and some safety at Little League as well.
Okay, so you become a receiver. Obviously, you played college football in the States, and then I always wonder, how'd you wind up in the Canadian Football League? What's the story there?
So I played college football first at Alabama A&M University, which is an HBCU down in Huntsville, Alabama. I played there for 2 years. Then I transferred to Bowling Green, which is up here in Ohio, Bowling Green, Ohio. Did great here. Was all MAC receiver. Also was an all SWAT receiver at my previous school. Then I went to a CGS, College Gridiron Showcase in Texas. And when I went there, it was basically, like I said, a showcase, a camp. And we did 101s. We ran routes. We played in the game. But there was a lot of CFL scouts there. And that was in January of 2024, and since then BC had my rights at the time, but still obviously I was chasing the NFL dream, having to do pro day training, having to do my pro day coming up in March. I did my pro day, got a shot with Atlanta Falcons. I was with them from OTAs all the way to the end of camp, played in every preseason game. I got cut from there, then I got a call from Hamilton, and that's how it happened for me, honestly. Just super blessed though, man, super thankful. Soon I got done here, I got a call, got an opportunity, man, that I, just praying to take advantage of. So that's how it happened for me.
Okay, I got a couple more for you. Then Jay's gonna jump in.
You're fine.
Odieu Hilair, Elks receiver, joining us. What was the big, if there was one, what was the biggest transition for you from 4-down football, American style, to the CFL?
I like to call CFL like basketball, quick possessions. So it's really quick. You get 3 downs. Also the field, adding an extra player, then the run and start. Playing traditional football as a receiver and doing it for such time, you get used to running routes. It's just a feel. You don't have to count steps. You don't have to think about yardage because it's a feel you've done it your whole life. But when you come to the CFL and you have the waggle, it kind of throws off the rhythm of steps. So now you have to tune in. You have to lock in mentally to understand because you still got to get to your depth. You still got to be there when the quarterback's looking for you. So the biggest thing, if I had to narrow down to one thing, would be the waggle. The waggle with the route running. It really affects you.
Okay, yeah, that's a common answer for sure. So, you grew up in Florida. That's a long way from Canada and especially a long way from Edmonton. Now that you've been in Edmonton for a while, when you see your family in Ohio like you are now, or talk to your family in Florida, what do you tell them about Edmonton, or what do they want to know?
I tell them that for us, it's kind of already cold. Winter in Florida is about 50 degrees. It's been that in Edmonton like the past 2 weeks in the morning. So that's what I tell them. But I also tell them it's a nice place, man. I don't really do much. I've just been going to practice, coming home, getting the things I need to get from certain stores. But I'm a pretty chill guy. So Edmonton seems pretty quiet to me. I honestly like it. Like, it seems pretty quiet. It seems like everybody's chill. And everywhere I go, if I have on Edmonton gear, someone say something to me. So I like that the fans are, they're into it. They want to know about you. They want to know what they can do or how they can make it better for themselves. So that's what I tell my family, honestly, about Edmonton.
Well, you're on a bye week. You said you're down in Ohio. What is the bye week like at this time of the season? I can imagine it's coming at the right time for several of your teammates who are nicked up. How's your body, and what are you looking to get done here on the bye week? Is it just R&R, or are you still going to be at it in the gym, training, all that fun stuff?
Yeah, definitely still training, definitely still in the gym. Like you said, for some of my teammates, they just went 10 straight games without a bye week. Unfortunately, I came in about 5-6 weeks ago, so my body isn't as damaged or nicked up as theirs. My body's actually good. I'm actually pretty happy with how my body feels, honestly. But as far as this bye week, you just got to tune up. Can't just for me, I just can't sit down and not do anything. So making sure I'm stretching, making sure I'm getting some band work in, some hit stuff, just getting my heart rate up, things like that. But nothing too excessive, nothing too hard. That way, when I come back, I'm very fresh and I'm ready to go. So that's it for me on the bye week.
Odieu Hilair joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm going to go with OJ. I think it just rolls off the tongue easier.
With me.
All right, you got if I got your blessing, then we're good to go here. I wanted to say something about your style of play because, as you've alluded to, you're pretty healthy. You're not nicked up, at least not good thing. Knock on wood, all that stuff.
Yes, sir.
You do not open your body up to taking shots. You are like the Tyler Lockett of the CFL, who seems to get and evade tackles and big hits. But that's a big part of being a wide receiver in any professional league. When did you start learning to limit your hits and limit the attention your body gets from defensive backs?
I have to credit that to, man, like playing backyard football as a kid. Growing up in Florida, in Belgrade, all it was is we're playing football all day. From morning to like the lights come on, the street lights come on. We're playing backyard football. And we used to have a game called throw it up, bust them up, or throw it back running when one person gets the ball and everybody out there is trying to tackle you. So it's one against all. And you just basically learn how to elude tackles, and sometimes you can't elude people. So you have to learn how to take them on to where it doesn't affect you as much. And it's just, I've always learned, I've always been told the game is about longevity, man. It's about, how long you can go and keep doing that at a high level. And I understand if the body keeps getting hit or it keeps hitting the ground too hard, like obviously, it's going to deteriorate your body. So I have to credit it to just playing backyard football as a kid all day. Like, for me, I like to think like kids who play flag. It's hard to elude people in flag because all they have to do is grab your flag. It's not a physical tackle. So it's hard to elude people. So just like I said, playing backyard football, playing flag football, teaching me how to elude people, teaching me how to take on hits. Therefore, I don't get. I've never been a big guy. I've always been smaller than most people. So I kind of always understood, like, I don't want to take on those hits. I want to play this football as long as I can, as long as I want to. I don't want to stop playing football because I can't play because my body's hurt. If I stop playing football, I want it because it was a conscious decision. I feel good. Because I still have life after football, and I want to be able to be healthy and live, Lord willing, have a family and be there and be able to walk, be able to do things like that, be able to think. So I'm just all about longevity, man, just not getting hit, but still also, trying to get extra yards and trying to make people miss, trying to make things happen. But at the end of the day, it's about longevity, and I just want to play the game as long as I can at a high level.
Saturday's game was obviously emotional and a game that your team needed to win. That was a must-win game. How did you and the team approach it during the week and through your preparations, going through all that you went through last week?
It was playoff football for us, honestly. We playing against the best team record-wise in the CFL. So it's a playoff game. The weather's changing. Everything we just put in our minds, our perspective going there is do or die. It's a playoff game. In the playoff, you either win or go home. We knew we didn't want to go home. Obviously, we want to give ourselves a chance to play in the postseason. Therefore, we had to go in there and backs against the wall. You have to fight out. And we are approaching every game that way, honestly. Every game is a playoff game for us. Every game is literally do or die. So go out there and give it your all. Go out there and strain. One play at a time, one drive at a time, and execute. And that's just how we went into the whole week. That's how we went into the whole game. We already knew what was up. We know what we have to do. Just got to go and do it. So at the end of the day, coach, the leaders put us in a good position, put us in a good mindset for the week and for going into the game to know that, hey, this is a playoff game for us. Whether it's playoff now or not, but this is a playoff game. We have to win every game in order to be where we want to be in the postseason. And that's just how we went into it as far as play calling, as far as execution, as far as mindset, everything. It's do or die, honestly.
Yeah, a couple more for you, and thanks for being so generous with your time. I know it's probably supper time in Ohio, so thanks for doing this. You got a couple long gains against the Riders, and a big one on second down late in the game. Fajardo was blitzed, and he found you over the middle. Can you tell us how that broke down for you? Like, did you adjust on the fly, or were you expecting it if they blitzed? Can you tell us about that play?
Man, once again, shout out to coaches. Coaches put us in a great position. We had that same exact play in practice. It was ran the same exact way. We got the same blitz. We got the same throw. We got the same completion. So, honestly, just the preparation, man. Coach prepared us really well for that scenario. We got into the game, and it happened the exact same way in practice, like down to a T. So, I seen it before. Soon we snapped the ball, I seen the rotation of the defense. I already knew the ball was coming to me. I already knew Cody was going to look for me. I think Cody already knew he was going to look for me. Obviously, he made the throw. So, like I said, just shout out to coach. Shout out to, Cody. We executing something that we seen before. I think it would be a shame for us to have seen it and not execute it. So, coach put us in a great position throughout the week and let us see a lot of things that we think we was going to see in the game. And it happened just like that. And honestly, it was, like I said, we seen it before, like deja vu.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one more. And I apologize if I'm going to make you roll your eyes. You play in Edmonton. You're from Florida. Like, are you aware of the last 2 Stanley Cup finals, or is hockey not on your radar at all? Or
So the Florida Panthers, right?
Yes.
Yes, I'm aware of it. I have not been to a game yet, but I do want to go to a game. I've just started being more interested in hockey, being in Edmonton, having the Oilers there, which are a pretty good team, and then losing to the Florida Panthers. I hear about it. So I'm not an avid fan yet, but I will be. I think I'm going to get into hockey.
Well, you got to stay here in the winter, and we'll get you skating. It's not that cold.
You said it's not that cold, but literally everyone have told me I have to get my own Canadian coat. I can't buy a coat from here and take it there and think it's gonna work. I have to get a special coat.
You gotta get a winter jacket and a toque and mitts, and then you're fine.
I've never even owned those things, man.
Don't worry.
We'll help you. We'll take you shopping.
You've seen snow, obviously.
I have, but
in Ohio.
To magnitude of Edmonton, though. They told me Edmonton is crazy, man, in the winter.
There can be some cold spells, but it's also not all. It's not constant for 6 months, but there might be a week.
They also told me the sun shines in Edmonton. If the sun shines and it's cold, I'm okay. As long as there's sun out, I'm okay. That's what I was told. The sun shines even
some
in the
days
winter.
it's like it could be minus 30 Celsius. I don't know what that is Fahrenheit. It's pretty cold, but it'll be sunny, oddly enough. So you got to wrap your brain around that. But
it's sunny.
But it's sunny. It's sunny.
As long as it's sunny, I can do it. If it's sunny, I can stay there with you guys. Okay,
you're gonna
I'll be
love
there
it
with you guys.
Because then you're gonna go back to Florida and they'll be complaining, and you'll be like, "Hey, I played a playoff game basically on ice. All right, what are you guys complaining about?" So
yes, sir. I'll hold you guys to that then.
Thanks for doing this, though, dude. Great to get to know you. You got a great personality, and you continue to grow as a receiver on the Elks, which I know people love seeing. Enjoy your bye week, and all the best in the final 3 games of the regular season.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys having me as well. Take your time out to want to speak to me as well, man. Appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a good night.
Right on. Thank you so much for your time. Odieu Hilair from your Edmonton Elks. Well, good personality.
Wow.
Yeah, that was fun to talk to him. He's you can tell he loves his job, which is nice.
Yeah. Well, and look, I mean, his path to getting here and his path to playing is very CFL.
Yep.
I mean, those are the camps that GMs like Ed Hervey go to, actually several of them in the offseason, and look for prospects like Odieu Hilair.
Yep.
Glad he's here. Glad he got the opportunity. I mean, we've been talking about it for a while with this team. Next man up.
Yeah.
And he took advantage of it, and he's turning into quite the playmaker.
Well, I'm glad he told the story too about his family and the Haitian family background, right? Because like we said, I said like when the very first time I saw his name, I was like, oh, he's obviously French Canadian.
Yep.
I was like, where did he go, Laval? Something like that. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So that was a cool story too, and about his mom and his grandma, and then him going to school and playing football. Pretty good stuff. 780-218-9999 is how you text the afternoon inbox, presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of the kitchen restaurant, Sundays and Mondays. 50% off the entire menu that's available Sundays and Mondays, 5 p.m. until close. You're going to hear from Chris Knobloch and Leon Draisaitl and Trent Frederick as we go along. We'll break down some of the shenanigans from the Ryder Cup as well. And I believe we're getting our own personal lobster fest, courtesy of the Canadian Brewhouse, when we get back. Here's Benny.
We've got a Monday Night Football doubleheader on tap tonight, starting with the Dolphins and the Jets. Both teams come in at 0-3, looking for their first win of the season. Justin Fields has cleared concussion protocol, and we get the start for New York. Kickoff is set for 5:15. Then at 6:15, the Broncos welcome the Bengals to Denver. Joe Burrow remains sidelined, so Jake Browning takes over for Cincinnati as he squares off with Bo Nix. Denver looks to pull even at 2-2. You can catch all the action with Lieutenant Eric at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge just off Fort Road. Tonight's special includes loaded burgers and a chance to qualify for a trip to LA to see the Rams take on the Saints. Every day's game day at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge. Tomorrow, the MLB playoffs gets underway with a full slate. The Red Sox and Yankees clash in a wild card series, with the winner advancing to meet the division-winning Blue Jays. First pitch goes at 4:08. And on the ice, the Oilers gear up for their final week of preseason play with matchups against Seattle and Vancouver. Chris Knobloch says Vasily Podkolzin will return from Russia tomorrow. He won't dress Wednesday, but it's confirmed for Friday against the Canucks. And on the waiver wire, Matt Tompkins has been placed on the waivers, while Josh Brown and Robbie Giraventi have cleared. The Sports Update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood the Duke. Locally owned and operated, serving the Duke and surrounding area since '93. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood the Duke. We got some food waiting for you guys on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
We do need to calm down on the preseason hype around a lot of these guys. Every single year, it's the same thing. Oh, this guy should make the team. You got to trade this guy because this guy's ready to go. Henrique and Matthias Janmark and some of these guys didn't win a Stanley Cup, but they were part of a team that got to back-to-back Stanley Cups. And now I'm seeing them getting tossed by the wayside so the Oilers can play Szymanski because he scored on some goalies that aren't even going to be in the National Hockey League. Like, what are we doing here?
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
Just wasting gas.
Don't miss 3-time CCMA Performer of the Year, Dallas Smith, Unplugged, November 1st at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com. All
right. Pardon me if I sound like I have food in my mouth, because I do. Reid Wilkins, Jason Milne, joined in studio by Pat Ketty, Regional Sales Director for the Canadian Brewhouse. It is, of course, the Canadian Brewhouse studio. So Lobster Fest is what, Saturday?
Saturday, yes.
Get right into the mic,
yeah,
Pat.
Saturday, starting at 6 o'clock. Yeah.
Every location, coast to coast.
Every location.
Okay, so how do I eat this? What do I do?
Wrap it in there. Yeah. Crack it.
Crack it.
Yeah. Let's move this.
See, I'm too weak. Oh, I'm going to spill everything.
There you go. I got it.
Like right on the claw here.
Two-hander. Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
All right, so the meats, well, I'm very weak. I have a weak grip, but here's some meat here.
Do you want me to help you?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Here, let me do this.
Because I'm also trying to host the show.
Okay, let me get this.
And my competence level is low at both. And then when I try to combine things, it's even worse. Oh, look at all that lobster meat. Okay.
Look at that, buddy.
All right. So what's the deal when people go for lobster?
Do I turn it like this?
Yeah,
Or do
you
I
can.
cut-
Yeah, you can.
Oh, look at all this.
Sideways is the easier way up.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
you get your tickets on Open Table.
Okay.
$49.99.
Well, you got the whole thing out for me.
Yeah, I got the whole.
And then
piece
what's
for you.
this? This is I dip it.
That's the best part. The old
Well,
butter.
that's
Dusty's favorite.
These
meal.
workstations are going to be a mess.
I cracked
Yeah, yeah.
I did it.
Yeah, $49.99. Get your tickets online. Go into the store. You get a pound and a half of lobster. You get a mac and cheese, jalapeno mac and cheese, a Caesar salad, and then everyone's favorite
this?
butter. This is a Caesar salad. That's for.
I want this over here too.
You might want that one. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Okay.
then and then
Patty, I'm royally
do a really good job.
Oh, he knows what.
This
Well,
is-
Pat, help me.
Here, let me.
Okay, so where's most of the meat? I haven't had I don't know if I've ever had lobster.
I think I got it.
I've had crab.
You've had the crabs.
Here.
Okay.
I think I got it.
That's not appropriate,
There
Pat.
we go. Here we go.
Oh my goodness! Look at all that
those
meat.
Lobster tails.
Okay, here we go.
I'll hold it. I don't want to touch it. There you go.
This
Use
is
your
a
hands.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh,
Holy
oh,
crap!
Whoa! That's what you call a
Okay,
clean pull
now
there.
I got the meat. All right.
You want some help there too, buddy?
Yep. I'm all for
So
the
this
help.
is exactly what people are going to get when they go in on Saturday.
This is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get an amazing lobster. You're gonna get a bib. You're gonna get crackers. We're even gonna pre-crack them for you. And just wear a shirt that you might want to throw out later. There you go, buddy.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at this, folks. I mean, Patty just opened
Holy
my
crap.
I've had a
gateway.
lobster or two in my day.
Yeah, I'll say you have.
Yeah. I was telling the boys it's way better when you clean up all the meat,
this.
put it in a bowl, and then dump all the butter on, and then you don't have to
Oh, that's what you do.
get down and dirty with it, you know.
All right. So you guys got a bunch. We do all the live stuff. You're doing UFC, showing Jays games, I assume.
Jays games, playoffs. We haven't had that atmosphere in the store since 2015, I think. So
right.
I will cheer for the Jays, but I'm not a diehard Jays guy.
Oh, you're a Yankee guy.
I will cheer for the Jays because I love Canadian teams and I cheer for sports.
You cheer for.
I cheer for sports.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're showing NFL.
NFL, we got a Wicked Season Pass. We got giveaways. You can win a trip for two to the Super Bowl. And then you can also win a trip for two to home opener every Thursday. We give one away every single Thursday. So
Do
lots
a
of
home
stuff.
opener.
Any home opener you want, I recommend the one that is the most expensive, is what I tell people that win them.
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah, the most expensive one.
And what are you guys doing for Oilers games? Were you going to show those? You should show those. That's my recommendation.
I think this year we're going to start showing them every single game. No blackouts, no nothing, you know. But yeah, obviously Oilers are coming down the pipe, and that's our bread and butter. But it's not just the Oilers. We play all the games. Canadian teams is a big thing. We are Canada wide now, so just making sure that you understand that if you're a Habs fan, come on in. We'll put the sound on.
Right.
Put this TVs on, all that fun stuff.
All right.
Look at this.
People, I'm sure, are enjoying us eating. It's really good. Hey, you guys, here's the thing. You're not going to leave hungry.
No.
You will not
From the
leave
brew
hungry,
house.
no.
So this is this Saturday?
This Saturday starts at 6 o'clock.
You said some locations are already sold out, or are they selling out?
So some locations are sold out, but that doesn't mean that you can't go to a different one. We have a brew house pretty much every second exit on the Hen Day if you're in Edmonton, and then we got about a dozen of them in Calgary. And then Fort McMurray, I believe, is on Friday. So if you are in Fort McMurray, listen up there. You can get your tickets on Friday, but you can go in the store or buy them online. Open table.
Are we going to see you on Wednesday?
Yeah.
We are going to see
Again,
you.
we're going to see you twice in 3 days.
We're going to see you twice. You're going to see me twice in 3 days. And you're going to be coming into our home. And I'm going to make sure I take care of you guys at the chili cookout there. We're having a chili cook-off.
Okay. The chili downtown. The chili cook-off. That's happening at the Ice House?
Canadian Ice House. You come down on the main floor. We got 10 amazing restaurants around the city coming in. You try some chili. 3 to 6, 3 to 7. Go right to the CFR opening night.
All right.
And I don't know if you can get any cheaper than $20. Gets you into the Ice House. We have some sample stations. We got some liquor brands jumping on board. Thank you, Molson. And you get a ticket to the CFR that night.
What's happening here?
And you get to try some chili. You're getting all the
can you
juice
do this
everywhere.
one?
Yep, I can do that one for you.
Oh, his tail fell off.
So yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
We got lots of stuff going on, you know?
It's like when Homer ate Pinchy.
Oh, this actually might be unreal. You might get this whole piece.
Yeah, I'm blessed when it comes to lobsters. I am the lobster king.
I wonder what the river line would say.
The river line.
So, my little pincet friend, you'd like to cross the river, would you? Play a tune for me on those snappers, why don't you?
Holy crap.
I'm honored that he did a.
Do you even know what's
did one of
happening
those in
half the
person.
time on this show?
I don't, but I think I like this one better than Dusty.
Well, yeah, well, it's the afternoon
Sounds
vibe.
like it's
you know?
more fun. Dusty's kind of a hard ass.
Well, Dusty looked at it like this lobster like he had never seen it. He didn't even know they existed.
How do you know when to crack it or how to crack it? Okay.
I could do that. Well, I wanted you to
we
get
got
this
quite a
piece of
bit.
meat. There you
Oh,
go.
there's a big piece of meat in there.
There's a big piece of meat. This is the whole thing when Jet goes to get lobsters in the stores, or when we go, I'm not dropping someone else, but he always likes to get the one piecer,
Oh, okay.
Old Dangle Jet. That's what we call him on this show.
There you go. Use that with your fork there.
For those of you that have been listening to the Reid Wilkins Show for a while, you would remember Pat's son
look, it all
Jet
came out perfectly.
at Hockey Helps the Homeless. He was the
But your hands are a mess.
It's okay.
my left nut dangles
Yeah.
better than you guy.
Yeah.
That was classic.
He hasn't let me live that down. He's famous. So
He is famous.
yeah, shout out Blazers. 11 AA Blazers.
U11 AA Blazers. There you go.
Yeah.
And now on Wednesday,
Yes.
there's this chili debate has me intrigued.
Yes.
Right.
Because this has been a topic of discussion here at EST for a while, is what is the proper way to prepare a chili? Matthew Wanek, our coup, I believe you know him.
I do.
He suggests that it's without beans. And I think if we're at a chili cook-off, it would be nice to have somebody on, maybe an expert in the field, that could tell us the proper way to make a chili.
I can do that. And the real way to make a chili is, I don't know what kind of chili he has, but if you've had chili without beans before, I don't think you're having chili.
Whoa. Those are fired. Shots fired.
Is that not true, though?
Well, according to Matt, it's beanless.
No, chili has beans.
It has to.
No, I think for Matt, if I'm not mistaken, his chili is all beanless. He calls it traditional home style.
So it's tomato sauce and vegetables and beef?
Apparently. And peppers.
That's
and
a pasta sauce, not a
Pasta
chili.
sauce. That is not a chili.
maybe
No.
a bolognese.
I feel like if he said there should be more than one bean.
I think I'm remembering that
Yeah,
right.
but I think I think the more beans, the better, I think, in the chili. So, yeah, it's going to be good.
Do you want to do this one for me?
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
This is a
Jay and I
unit.
have no idea how to eat.
Wow,
Did you
this
crush
is,
the lobster tail already?
I did. It was fantastic.
I think I ate mine.
Now, is there anything in here that we can eat?
I don't normally go that dirty because
Eat
I'm
the brain.
scared.
Can you eat the brain?
But I'll tell you right now, there's people that come to our locations that have full, empty, clean lobsters at the end of this.
Oh God.
I'm talking everything.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like this is heavy. This would be the body. Is that fair to say, Pat? You're gonna.
I can't. I'm scared.
Well, we leave it. We'll get the hammer out in the break.
So it happens.
This is the thickest piece of meat.
Okay. Well,
Beautiful.
I'll get that in the break. We have a sledgehammer here in Maddie's office, but this is heavy. So there must be meat in here.
There might be a little bit. Some people do the sucking the tentacles here. They break these apart.
Oh, wow.
They get in dirty in there. But I think those are the ones that are like the old school. I'm from the East Coast. I crush a lobster all the time.
Okay, so are these, which ocean are these lobsters from? Did you say?
I did not, and I'm not going to butcher that. And I don't know the answer.
That's okay. I just ask.
One of the oceans.
I ask dumb questions all the time.
Yeah, one of the oceans. All I know is they fly in. I had to go purchase these because our lobsters aren't even. I think they're still ripping around in the ocean right now.
Oh,
Crazy.
probably, yeah.
And then they're going to get shipped in. I think our managers have to go pick them up.
How many lobsters does Canadian Brewhouse fly in?
I think Wheels mentioned about 4,000.
Oh wow,
4,000 lobsters, which is crazy. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Which is
Are you
nuts.
sweating, Jay?
Yeah,
I'm
I got
also
the
sweating
I got the
by-
meat
I'm the only one
sweats.
not
by
sweating.
breaking it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Got the meat sweats.
I sweat.
We'll let you wash your hands before you go.
Yeah,
it's okay.
It's fine. I like to smell like lobster when I come home. My wife.
Well, you're
loves
going to
it.
be all week for sure.
Yeah, chili and lobsters, man.
All right, so remind everybody how they can go to Lobster Fest.
Go to Open Table. Go to our website. Pick the location. You can hit the link. Buy your tickets online. Or go into any location that you want. Give them a call first to make sure they have tickets. You can get a ticket in person and show up on Saturday. Watch a little sports. The Jays play, and then,
that's right.
And then you can crush a lobster and have a couple Alexander Keys.
Pat Keddy's the regional sales director for the Canadian Brewhouse. Of course, they are the sponsor of our studio. We thank you for that. We thank you for feeding us. But you guys are great to be partners with. It's great to see you I saw you taste of Edmonton quite a bit. And the food is excellent, and it's just a fun place to go to. So we're going to be at the Ice House.
You're going to be at the Ice House Wednesday. Yes, sir.
We will probably not eat another lobster then.
No, but you're going to have a lot of chili.
Do you want to see who can eat the most chili?
Well, Dusty's bringing somebody to taste the chili. I don't know who.
Oh, he's coming?
Dusty's coming.
Dusty's going to be there. I think he's going to taste, right?
Oh, he's a judge.
He's a judge.
He's a judge.
Doesn't like chili, so he's going to bring someone.
He doesn't like anything.
Maybe YouTube Trev, I think. He's gonna bring someone to be the taster.
That's too funny.
And then we're going to try to get Dusty to have some chili.
Oh, I think that shouldn't be hard.
Incredible. Yeah, he'll probably try something.
Usually it's pretty good. If we say to him, Dusty, it's fine. Because we know he's pretty,
we've got him to try some stuff.
He's tried, I think he tried a French onion cake or a green onion cake, sorry.
Oh my God.
He tried that, which he was terrified of.
And at the taco place, he tried one of the dips. He dipped a chip in one of the, they'll bring like he tried one of the salsas.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That was a huge step forward.
Actually, to be honest, now thinking about it, I've known Dusty a very long time. I've actually only seen him eat brewhouse appetizers.
Oh yeah, that's right in his wheelhouse.
That's what he eats,
Yeah, that's how he sustains his life.
Well,
chicken tendies to be exact.
Yes. He eats the appetizers we're bringing to the Fantasy Football League, which he's 1-3 in. So I just got to make sure I drop that again. Yeah, the big boy league, 1-3.
Oh, Pat, thank you.
Thank you for having
this
me.
was delicious. Another career milestone for me. I ate a lobster live on air.
You've never done that?
And I think I got pretty much the main meats, right?
You got the main meats.
I got it, thanks to you.
Yeah.
And I made most of my Caesar salad.
Yeah.
I ate the bread.
Yeah.
I've left the, I'll save that for later.
Yeah, bacon wrapped awesome. Or bacon wrapped.
That bacon mac cheese, the bacon jalapeno, that is delightful.
That's delicious too.
Yeah.
This is all great. Thanks for coming in, Pat.
Hey man, it's I'm just happy. I listened to you for so long, and now you're on the right side of the company. So
oh, good.
Thanks for having me, buddy.
Thank you. Okay. Lobster Fest Canadian Brewhouse on Saturday. Open table, their website, all that fun stuff to check it out. Okay, we got to clean up. Ben, you may have to put in a couple extra commercials or make your sports update real long. Go ahead.
We've got a Monday Night Football doubleheader tonight, starting with the Dolphins and Jets. Both clubs are 0-3 and still searching for their first win of the year. Justin Fields has clear concussion protocol and will start for New York. Kickoff goes at 5:15. At 6:15, the Broncos host the Bengals in Denver. Joe Burrow is out again, so Jake Browning takes the start for Cincinnati as he lines up against Bo Nix. Denver looks to even their record at 2-2. Join Lieutenant Eric and Selly Sports Bar Lounge off Fort Road for all the action. Tonight's specials features loaded burgers plus fancy qualify for a trip for two to LA to see the Rams and Saints. Every day is game day at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge. Tomorrow, the MLB postseason gets underway with a full slate. The Red Sox and Yankees battle in a wild card series with the winner moving on to face the division-winning Blue Jays. First pitch is set for 4:08. On the ice, the Oilers begin their final week of preseason play with games against Seattle and Vancouver. Coach Knobloch says Vasily Podkolzin will return from Russia tomorrow. He won't be in the lineup Wednesday, but is confirmed for Friday against the Canucks. And on the waiver wire, Matt Tompkins has been placed there, while Josh Brown and Robbie Gerventi have cleared. The Reid Wilkins Show continues on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
Stock? Sentinel Storage gives your business flexible storage and the room to grow. Affordable storage that scales with you. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
The leaves are turning, and just like golf season, time is running out to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Win big this NFL season at the Canadian Brewhouse presented by Bud Light. You could win a trip to Super Bowl 60, plus prizes like smokers, Bud Light coolers, and a trip to an NFL home opener next season. Enjoy $1 off Bud Light and Budweiser tankards. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
Two guys and a goalie.
The thought I had this morning is, what if he is making this we'll call it a political decision to have eyes on him, not falling on a sword, but carrying a shield, as it were. Because if everyone's asking questions about him, guess what they're not asking about? Guess who hasn't been swamped with stuff heading into the season? Stuart Skinner, Darnell Nurse, Evan Bouchard.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
The oil stream.
Skinner hate has built up for years and on their off season, and they didn't do anything about it. I think this could end up being an absolute cesspool and tire fire of a season online and in your post-game show chat.
Yes, to it being a pretty interesting year online, but the storm clouds are brewing.
The oil stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Okay, well, we just ate. Thanks to Pat from the Canadian Brewhouse for bringing in some lobster that they're going to have their lobster fest coming up on Saturday. Pat's just heading out. Well, the Jay's not back yet. He's still cleaning up. I came back to host more of the show. Oh, my goodness. How you doing, Ben?
I'm great, Reid. Yeah. You weigh a little more there after that lobster? Like, you look like a big lobster.
That was a big lobster. And I've had lobster before, but I can't remember the last time. So that was a nice treat. There's a lot of meat in there once you get in there.
Oh, yeah.
Are you a big lobster guy?
I've never had lobster. Yeah. So, never had lobster. The mac and cheese look damn good. And that Caesar salad.
Yeah, I love Caesar salad. I absolutely love Caesar salad. It's like such a simple, wonderful dish.
Yep.
There's a little bit of butter all over everything here. We're gonna have to wipe everything down.
There's a Lysol wipe over there.
We'll have to wipe it down before we go to it. So it's okay. We can get it in a second. Jason Milne will be back in here in a couple of minutes. I'm Reid Wilkins, Edmonton Sports Talk, in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Presented by Play Alberta, gaming made easy anytime, anywhere with Play Alberta. You have a full casino experience right at your fingertips. Play from your phone, tablet, or computer whenever works for you. Download the Play Alberta app today and get started with a $50 casino bonus. Just deposit $50 with the promo code EST Casino. Play smart, play local, and remember to use your game sense. Jay's Play of the Day is up on the Play Alberta website and app under EST Specials. It involves Monday Night Football. Did you bring me a wet nap?
I got you a wet nap, buddy. That was spectacular.
That was something. The things you get to do when you're in the. Well, I still say it's being in radio, even though we're on streaming.
That was really neat, and really good. That was very tasty.
Very, very good. Nice early supper.
Yeah,
nice treat.
I still can't believe the size of that thing.
Yeah,
I've had lobster tail,
right?
But you have that with a steak as a side. I don't think I've ever ordered in my life a full size lobster.
Right.
My gosh,
yeah,
that thing was over a foot, maybe a foot and a half tall. It was.
Yeah, he was like a small child.
The Seas were angry that day.
That's right. They certainly were.
Wow.
Oh, my. Okay. So we had Odieu Hilair from the Elks on the show. Great interview. Good to get to know him a little better. Yeah, he was awesome. Really well spoken. And let's face it, he's back in Ohio. And it's supper time there. He's on a bye week. He could have said, hey, you know what? I don't want to do any media on my bye week. He did it. So good for him.
Very good.
And he made a couple of big plays against the Riders for sure. Quickly, I can't remember how much you talked about. I know you guys did the post game show. What did you think of the Riders' call on the 2-point convert to tie the game?
Interesting. I would have ran it with Odieu Hilair because they couldn't stop him. And
not for less than 3 yards most of the time. Yeah.
I think Saskatchewan outthought themselves. And I believe it was a pick play to go to the corner of the end zone that just didn't pan out. That's why it looked like it was just what was that throw all about?
Yeah.
But I mean, for the Elks, it was great. I would have personally ran it with Odieu Hilair, and that game probably would have carried on.
When I watched it live, I watched Hilair squirt out of the backfield. And the two receivers, I think, just ran to the goal line and stopped, or a few yards into the end zone. And the Elks were all over it. And DeBlanco was right on Hilair out of the backfield.
Right.
So then you see him look to the other side and release the ball, and I look into the end zone, and you immediately realize, there's nobody there. So, but I mean, the advantage of having the lead, right? I know they had it the other two games, and the other team got the field goal. But they put the Riders they put the Riders in a situation where everything had to go perfectly.
Yeah,
it almost did, but it didn't go all the way perfectly.
And you can say the advantage of having a lead, because that was a lead. That was a maximum lead that you can have in a one-score game,
right?
Which was a converted touchdown and a converted two-point conversion. And ultimately, that failed, and the Elks lived to fight another day.
Okay, you can get a hold of us by posting in the nasty chat. I think some people enjoyed the lobster stuff or just wondered what the heck was going on.
See Mex's comment?
That I was shell-shocked? Yeah. Yes, that's very funny. I was. I couldn't crack that stuff. Like, I'd need a whole... like, in the restaurant, maybe I'd be okay because you could really dig into it here, but you're afraid of knocking stuff over.
And there's juices and stuff. I didn't want to, because they smell like the ocean,
They really do.
They really do.
They really do.
Smells like the West Coast in here.
You can email Reid at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, Jay at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, and of course you can text us 780-218-9999. That is the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant, $18.99 prime rib special, available 7 days a week, except show nights, 11:30 in the morning to 11 at night. That is available for dine-in and takeout. All right. We talked a lot about the Elks. We talked about the Oilers and more Oilers stuff coming up at the top of the hour. But we got to dive into the Ryder Cup because that was just gripping yesterday, like almost one of the biggest comebacks you could ever see. And this is buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, or the Instagram handle of Damon Bunting Real Estate. So, Tom Watson, legendary golfer, posted this on social media earlier today. I'd like to congratulate Ryder Cup Europe on their victory. Your team play the first few days was sensational. More importantly, I'd like to apologize for the rude and mean-spirited behavior from our American crowd at Bethpage. As a former player, captain, and as an American, I am ashamed of what happened. That is from Tom Watson. At the post-tournament news conference yesterday, Rory McIlroy and other players, but Rory especially, was asked several questions about it. I mean, somebody threw a wife at his beer. He was heckled and quite frankly gave it back.
Yes, he did.
Several times. So Jay and I were watching this earlier today. Here's kind of the most complete comment that Rory made.
I think golf should be held to a higher standard than what was seen out there this week. Golf has the ability to unite people. Golf teaches you very good life lessons. It teaches you etiquette. It teaches you how to play by the rules. It teaches you how to respect people. And, sometimes this week we didn't see that. So, this should not be what is acceptable in the Ryder Cup. But, we will be making sure to say to our fans in Ireland in 2027 that, what happened here this week is not acceptable. And it's, for me, it's come and support your home team. Come and support your team. I think if I was an American, I would be annoyed that I didn't hear a lot of shouts for Scotty today, but I heard a lot of shouts against me. And it's like, support your players. That's the thing. So, look, it was a rough week for all of us. But at the same time, we shut them up by our performance and how we played. And we tried to, I chirped back a few times because it got to me a few times, but we tried to handle everything that came our way with class and poise. And for the most part, I felt like we did that.
Okay. Well, we're doing buying or selling. Buying or selling. Well, what do you think about what Rory said there?
Yeah, look, the Ryder Cup has always been a little bit rough around the edges, a little more Happy Gilmore-esque.
Right.
However, when a golfer has approached the ball and is setting up for a shot, that's usually the time to calm it down. At least in most settings. I know there's the waste management where it's an all-out party on the 15th tee box and the entire hole. But, Reid, honestly, as players, you should be expecting it, especially the visiting team. Mm-hmm. Do I condone it? No, and I agree with what Rory said. Support your own team. Cheer for Team USA.
Right.
As opposed to focusing so much vitriol on me. Because it doesn't really, I don't think it really benefits the players. It's like when I said last week that the ref "you suck" chant really doesn't have that much bearing on the game.
Yeah.
I don't think this means a lot to those guys other than to motivate them and really bring them together as a team who's already on foreign territories or foreign soil.
Right.
That unites them. So I think you're actually feeding and fueling that fire, which you could see what happened. I mean, the first 2 days of that were an absolute runaway.
Yes.
But, Rory also, he was walking off the green one time saying, F you, F you, F you. So you can't have both. You can't say both that, no, you got to smarten up and be more golf-like and better etiquette and better manners.
Yeah.
And if, especially in Rory's case, when he says that. Now, I know that there were, a story came out that a beer was thrown at his wife.
Apparently, I said somebody threw a wife at his beer.
Well, that would be different. That would be a hell of a shot.
That could also be offensive. Yes,
it could
threw
be
a beer at his wife.
Yeah. So this was pretty intense. I mean, they had to bring out the police force. Yeah. I don't know. I think this is par for the course. Maybe this was a little excessive, but Ryder Cups have been like that, and I mean, tensions globally with the USA right now are probably the highest they've ever been, so you can't forget about that.
Yeah, look, I of course, part of being a sports fan is going and cheering and even heckling, but I think what McElroy said off the top, that golf should have a bit of a different standard, and it is a sport in which the spectators are lucky enough to be within talking distance of the players. I mean, let's face it, if you're in row 15 at Rogers Place, Jack Eichel can't hear you call him a wimp. Like, he can't. Right? Like, and, like, most of that's not going to be heard. When I was yelling for Trevor Harris to throw another interception after he'd thrown 2, he probably wasn't like, Wilkins again.
Yeah,
it's just noise. Golf is a little different. I think that there's I don't mind a little bit of heckling and stuff like that, but I think it should be respect, and golf should be a sport where if a guy's ready to hit, it can make it as quiet as it can be. Tennis sort of has that etiquette as well, that you don't scream when a guy's going to serve or anything like that. But the Ryder Cup is interesting because the home side, and the European fans haven't been perfect, but I do think it's been worse in the United States. They take pride in, like, we're going to be loud. Like, it has a different feel than other tournaments. And at the Waste Management Open, it's loud just for the sake of being loud. Here, you're definitely taking one side or the other.
Do you think there's something to be said about the way that North Americans cheer for their teams or voice their disdain for the other team as opposed to a European way? Yeah. I mean, in soccer matches, they're singing chants about their team, about their players. Right, they at the Ryder Cup in Ireland in 2 years, they're going to be singing and shouting about their players.
Right.
They might have some chance about Scotty Scheffler, but it would be something I think that would be taken as, oh wow, that's an impressive chance.
Well, I think that is an interesting point. What he said, like, cheer for your team.
Yeah.
The European guys know they're out there on an island. I mean, there were European fans there, but probably not even 10%. So if Scheffler hits a great shot and Rory or Lowry or whoever hears the explosion, that might be more of a sinking feeling than getting heckled. Because a heckle you can ignore or laugh off or hit a great shot and turn around and say, hey, see that, pal? You ever done that?
Yeah.
Like Rory had that one clip where he was like, yeah, I actually am very good. Just to remind you, I am very good. You brought up, I think it was you earlier today in the bullpen. You said, I wonder if this would happen in Canada.
Yeah, and I don't think it would. I think you'd be met with a lot of pissed off people you were standing with saying, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Stop. Be respectful. That's just the Canadian way. We are very respectful, people. We don't like to break the rules so much or go out of your way to throw barbs at other people.
Yeah.
I don't think that would.
I think the Canadians aren't perfect. But I would think in a gallery of that size, if there was a group being rude or swearing or over the top, I'd like to believe other Canadians would be like, hey, that's enough.
It's kind of like a microcosm of the nasty chat. If somebody's being an idiot in the nasty chat takes care of it.
Yes.
Right? That's kind of what I would say.
Yeah.
Is it would not pass as allowable.
Now, and I said it last week, I cheer for Europe in this. I cheer for exciting golf too, but but I will say this, and I don't look. Do I think it's great form that Rory was doing the F? You wish maybe he'd reel it in, but the one thing where was blatantly an American screw up was on Saturday with DeChambeau's caddy forgetting and he probably forgot. He probably zoned out, but they're looking at DeChambeau's putt. Rose was looking at his putt, and it was Rose's turn to hit. Yeah. And the caddy all of a sudden went to walk in Rose's line as he's lining up his putt. And he said, we were sort of hearing it. It was pointed, like, it's my green, like get out of my way. And then it kept going to the point where as you watch them going to the next green, like seeing it live, you wondered, like, are they going to start pushing each other? And then the one caddy was trying to defuse it, but there was actually, the angry pointing, and you could tell DeChambeau kept going with it, and Rose did as well. We all have our own little things. I'm not a DeChambeau guy. Like, you look like a freak with your straight arms like that. But that's the interesting thing about the Ryder Cup. Like that can flare up where it's, talk about the etiquette of golf. Usually you'd think like Rose would be like, it's my shot. And the caddy would be like, sorry, I shouldn't have affected your routine.
Yeah.
And it's done with. Instead, they kept chirping all the way to the next tee.
Well, and I think Justin Rose was going to go over to Bryson and say, hey, this is, just so you know, this is why I said that. And the caddy was completely not paying attention.
Right.
Out to lunch. He was about to walk through Justin Rose's line.
Yes.
Forget the fact that Justin Rose is already doing his weird hand thing where he lines the putt up.
Right.
His marker's down. His line is set. He's away. And he was going to walk right through, which you would never see. Not to mention that a heated event such as a Ryder Cup.
Right.
So Justin Rose went over to DeChambeau to say, hey, this is what... And DeChambeau walked right past him. Didn't even acknowledge him. So of course that's going to piss you off more. Yeah. And I don't know. It just... I love the drama of that. Whatever side you cheer for. Obviously, I was on Europe because the Jays play of the day was on Europe. And
right.
Boy, did it cash. A little bit of a sweat late on Sunday afternoon, but it came through. But that's what the Ryder Cup is kind of about. And you can sit here and say, yeah, but did it go too far?
Yes.
It went too far.
It went too far.
Nobody was hurt. Okay. And I don't even want to suggest that that's like, okay, that would be way too far. I'm just saying, like, in reality of the grand scheme of things, Rory went back at them twice. And if you want to,
that we know of,
that we caught on camera or that was played on camera, if you want to talk that, you have to walk that. You cannot play both sides of the fence, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I don't believe something like that would happen in Europe. I don't believe something like that where players are getting verbally abused.
It gets that bad.
That it gets that bad where you have to bring in a police crew.
Yeah. It shouldn't be that much of a story.
You shouldn't care that much.
It should be like one guy got out of hand and he was escorted off the grounds. Play on.
But you shouldn't care that much.
Yeah.
Right? Look at the Four Nations face-off. Right? It wasn't like, Dusty was down there. And I don't think there was fights against Canadians because they won.
Right.
Right? I mean, it would probably be a little bit, should we leave the suite now?
Right.
but that's just natural.
Yeah.
But it just seems like, why do you care that much? That's
that's the great thing about the Ryder Cup is the dialed up intensity, but then some people take it too far.
And they're probably drinking since 6 a.m.
Well, that's the thing. Alcohol gets involved and you don't know about what else is going on in someone's head when they're doing stuff like that. But the States made it exciting. Now, let me ask you this. I know we're going a little long here, Ben. Buying or selling, it was actually less stressful for the American players to be that far behind going into Sunday.
100%. They had nothing to lose. The Europe was minus 20,000 favorite going into Sunday.
Right.
That is an implied probability of 99.5%.
Right.
USA has nothing to win.
Yeah.
Heck, if they make it half-ass interesting, if this thing goes past noon, that's a victory.
Yeah.
Well, it went a lot farther than that. I mean, that was unprecedented 7-point lead going into Sunday.
Yeah.
The largest comeback would have been 4. I mean, this would have shook the golf world had they been able to complete it. And it was 2 holes
only
away.
One European won his match. And we were joking watching the press conference, like, is anybody ask Aberg a question? Like, he actually won his match. Because it was mostly Rory and Luke Donald and Justin Rose that I saw anyway.
But you could ask a similar question to the European side. Were you playing a little bit more reserved because you knew halves got you there?
Because that's what, look, obviously you and I don't golf at that level, but I think it would be human nature to think, I just got to half my match.
Yeah.
I just got to have it. Right? They only needed 2 points once Hovland got injured. Okay, there's Benny's story. We got to finish the Ryder Cup thing. Oilers chat coming up. The envelope rule that you taught me about last week came into play. Should the team with the injured player lose the match? Should they change the rule?
I mean, it's the rules of the rules are the rules.
They followed the rules for this year.
And they've been that way for a long time.
True.
I think if you have a player that can't finish it, you either bring in a substitute, have somebody sitting in the wings waiting to play that match, or you get the point because you didn't finish.
They should probably have an alternate that doesn't play unless there's an injury.
That's right.
You can't put him in unless there's an injury.
But that could have very much so affected the outcome.
Yeah.
If the U.S. kept doing what they're doing. But
that's why, like, there was the gentleman, I can't remember his name, who was doing the commentary, who was like a European vice captain or had something to do with the team. And he said, when Lowry made the putt, he said, okay, but we still want to get to 14.5 for an outright win. We don't just want the retain. And then he said, and really, we'd like to get to 15 to negate the half point from the Hovland match.
Which they did.
Yeah, which they did.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, and Ukes right in the Nazi chat, I think it was Steve Pate in 91 was in a car accident the morning of the final round. I guess you could split hairs on that. He was in a car crash and couldn't golf. Maybe you could say with Hovland, well, if he was banged up coming into the tournament, why was he on the roster at all? But I mean, they didn't break any rules this year. I think they should name 13 players. And you say you're 13th guy, you do not golf unless there's an injury. And then you get rid of the envelope thing.
Did they plan on doing this from the start anyways?
All the Europeans have just been
in this
I can't move my neck. We have every match.
Getting a free half out of it?
Yeah.
It's pretty good when you're up 7 going into the final day.
One of the unique rules of golf. All right. We, of course, are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. We had the lobster brought in for us. Lobster Fest this Sunday, October 4th at 6. Enjoy a pound and a half of fresh, it's Atlantic lobster with all the fixings for $49.99. Pair it with a stein of Alexander Keith's. Details at CanadianBrewhouse.com. 5 o'clock break, and then the oil understood for GCL Diesel.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today.
Fall football in your living room just became the fan zone. Before you move in the giant screen, make space to cheer on your favorite team with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Mind360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
We've got a Monday Night Football doubleheader tonight, opening with the Dolphins and Jets. Both teams enter at 0-3, looking to grab their first win of the season. Justin Fields has cleared concussion protocol and will start for New York. Kickoff is in about 10 minutes. Then at 6:15, the Broncos take on the Bengals in Denver. Joe Burrow remains sidelined, so Jake Browning will lead Cincinnati as he matches up with Bo Nix. The Broncos look to get back to 500 at 2-2. You can catch all the action with Lieutenant Eric at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge off Fort Road. Loaded burgers are on special, plus you can qualify for a trip for two to LA to see the Rams and the Saints face off. Every day is game day at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge. Tomorrow, the MLB playoffs get going with a full slate. The Red Sox and Yankees square off in a wild card series, with the winner advancing to meet the division-winning Blue Jays. First pitch is scheduled for 4:08. On the ice, the Oilers entered their final week of preseason action with games against Seattle and Vancouver. Coach Knobloch confirmed Vasily Podkolzin will return from Russia tomorrow. He won't play Wednesday night, but is confirmed for Friday against the Canucks. And on the waiver wire, Matt Tompkins has been placed there, while Josh Brown and Robbie Giraventi have cleared. Final hour of the Reid Wilkins Show coming right up. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
All right, hope you're having a great day. Monday Nighters soon, eh?
Kicks off in 6 minutes.
The overlap header?
Or 6, is it 5:15?
I think it's 5:15. Yeah, right away. It's going to be cool.
What do you think of the Miami uniform?
I'll have to see him in the game. I don't mind them. I don't know.
They're black.
Yeah, well, they try to do different stuff with all these jerseys now.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Just get out there and play.
Just don't. The Arizona ones, I have no... I don't know. Those are just...
They're supposed to look dirty?
Like a desert.
Like a desert dirt. The Desert Dirt. That'd be a good name for a team. The Desert Dirt Dogs. That'd be my minor league baseball team. If I ever owned a minor league
That would be a
baseball
good
team.
baseball
I got a
team.
slogan for it too.
What's that, Ben?
You can't bury what comes from dirt.
Can't bury what comes from dirt. Wow.
It's pretty strong.
That's yeah.
No.
Little dark.
Little dark. Hey, that'd be the slogan for the Desert Dirt Dogs.
Yep.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, we can go with. So Benny's in marketing. I'm the owner. You'd have like some weird position where you'd be like the general manager and like you'd be in charge of the concessions.
Yes.
And you'd be slinging hot dogs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be up there critiquing hot dogs.
Yeah. So you'd be like you'd be like selling somebody a hot dog and they'd be like, "Hey Milne, when are you gonna sign the hot kid coming up?" Or no, yeah, Chet Palmer would be trying to scrum you while you're getting a hot dog.
Yeah.
Hey Milne.
Yeah.
Why don't you get me some sauerkraut on that dog? And while you're at it, get yourself a center fielder.
And then I'd kick Chet down the stairs.
Kick him down the stairs.
Yeah.
Hey, Milne, what kind of Joe is this in the press box? Well, you spend a little more money and get some decent beans. And while you're at it, find yourself a shortstop.
Oh, Chet. I just want to read this text that came in.
Sure.
Hey guys, I'm pretty new to EST since the golf tournament, but I got to tell you guys, I listen to the Reid Wilkins Show every day at work now. I think you guys are some of the best out there, and it's just a great show. Keep it up. You guys rock. Thanks for all the great takes, interviews, and laughs. Signed, a new fan.
Well, we appreciate that. Thanks for coming on board.
A new fan.
Yeah, tell other people where to find us. iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio for your streaming apps. We're on YouTube as well. Edmonton Sports Talk, 95.7 Cruise FM for the morning show with Nielsen and Lieutenant Garrett, in addition to everything else.
Yes.
All the streaming stuff is 6 to 6, an additional way to get the morning show on Cruise FM. So it's pretty good. Yeah, we love having you. Thanks for texting that in to 780-218-9999. All right, let's dive into the Oil Understood. It is presented by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood. All right. So they played last night. And they beat Vancouver. What are they, 4-1-1? I guess I have to keep track. Is that it, Ben? I think they're 4-1-1 in the preseason.
Yeah, I don't know. Sure.
McDavid, Draisaitl, Frederick, they are a line. Both games they played together, they created. They were a little more interested in their own end last night, I think, than they were. I don't even remember which game that was. I think Seattle a few games ago.
I like that you said they are a line.
They are a line. They are a line.
Yeah, it looks like they really are a line.
They really are a line. Frederick looked more comfortable there last night. Here's head coach Chris Knobloch.
It's, Freddie's got to be around the net, and I think about the first two goals, he obviously scores one of them being at the net. The first one, he's also causing chaos, and that leads to some guys tying him up, and the other two get available. But I think about some other plays, like there's one back check. I think actually on one of the first two goals, he broke up the play on the wall, getting in on the forecheck to continue those pucks, something that Zach Hyman's so good at. So I think, Freddie's got to be able to get them the puck, be able to make a little play once in a while, and then obviously being around the net to just cause some chaos. And tonight I thought he did a lot of those things.
Yeah, and we'll hear a couple of clips here from Draisaitl in a second, but that's what they're looking for from Frederick. Get to the net, take up a lot of space. He got a rebound goal. I think that's how he's going to get his goals, if he does get a lot of them playing with Connor and Leon. It's an interesting combination. It's interesting that this is what they've decided to try out. Now we'll see when Hyman gets back, likely early November, if maybe he goes right back into that slot or they move some other things around. Draisaitl, this was a good one. He was asked what does Frederick need to be able to play with you and Connor?
Patient, I think. I can see how maybe sometimes you feel like you're out of the game a little bit, just by the way Connor and I play. But I think the guys that play with us, they know they're just as valuable as him and I together. We need them to create space to go to the net and be a part of it. And otherwise, it's no good. So he's done a great job with that.
Yeah, I liked how he said patience with a little bit of a laugh, but that's true because the great players in the NHL, like the really, really high end guys, like we're talking the elite guys, like the top 0.25%. Can hang on to the puck. I mean, you look at most guys; they don't have the puck for very long when they get it. They don't like. There are times Connor can stick handle around and control the puck in one session for as long as most players would have it in an entire game combined, right? So I think that's what Leon says there. Like Frederick might be in a situation where he were with other line mates, he would be expecting a pass or a shot. Yeah, but with Connor and Leon, it's not coming. So he's got to be patient. He's got to be patient and take up a lot of room in front of the net.
Well, and I wonder if patience also means he's got to be patient with himself too, because you're getting thrust into quite a line with two of the top players in the world, really. So be patient with yourself. Don't get down on yourself. Maybe if things aren't going the way that you would think right off the hop. Yeah, because it's going to take a little bit to gel. But yeah, I think it's been looking good. It looks clear though, is that this will be something that they're going to be trying right off the hop. Now, how the second, third, fourth line shapes up.
Well, and I want to talk about that, about the potential lineup. But just to get to a comment here from Trent Frederick, just his thoughts on playing with these top guys.
It's something, I haven't really done much in my career. This is the opportunity I've gotten. Last 2 games have been great, a lot of fun. But yeah, it gives you a lot of confidence. I think Naber's great at that. I think he's good at giving confidence throughout the lineup, no matter where you play, and that's a gift as a coach to do that.
All right. Well, we've heard other guys say that the Knobloch, is kind of concerned about how the players are feeling and putting them in a position to succeed and all that kind of stuff. So that's, I guess, a storyline right now. Now, the other one, Jay, and you mentioned this. How are the other lineups going to? How are the other lines going to look? Who's going to be on the team? I mean, most players we know who's going to be on the team. It was interesting. I got to credit my old colleague Bob Stauffer for putting this out yesterday. He can foresee a scenario where the Oilers carry Matt Savoy, Isaac Howard, David Tomasek, Noah Philp, and Alec Regula on their opening day roster. Edmonton needs internal growth and development from these players, and for that matter, Vasily Podkolzin and Ty Emberson as well. So now Regula's the one player who we didn't discuss much, all summer about maybe being on the team.
Yep.
Because we didn't really have any information on him. He's played a couple dozen NHL games earlier in his career. He's looked pretty good in the preseason. So, I'm wondering now Howard has been. I think Howard can shoot. Well, I know Howard can shoot. I mean, a couple times he's got his shot off. He can fire it, and he got the goal against Winnipeg. I don't know if his all-round game is as polished yet as it could be. Knobloch speaks very highly of Savoy whenever he talks about him, and he usually mentioned his two-way game and a game away from the puck. So that's interesting. So now I'm wondering, are these going to be the 14 forwards on the opening day roster? These aren't really lines. McDavid, Draisaitl, Frederick, Nugent Hopkins, Mangiapane, Savoy, Kapanen, Henrique, Podkolzin, Janmark, Philp, Lazar, Howard, and Tomasek. That could be your 14 forwards. Ekholm, Bouchard, Nurse, Wallman, Kulak, Emberson, and then does Regula stay? I mean, Brown's already go down. I mean, they could, or they could keep Stetcher and send a forward down. They could keep 8D and 13 forwards. That's another combination as well.
I would see it more likely they keep 8D. No?
You think they'd keep Stetcher and Regula up?
Because Stetcher's, for size-wise, he looks small out there, but he's a fighter, right? The Knobloch likes the way he plays. I would have a hard time seeing them move away from that. But if Regula, you feel, is going to be there, I would think they would go to 8.
I thought he's played well in the preseason. Like, again, it's the preseason. So, I mean, you got to worry about stuff like that. Philp's been very good. I mean, I don't know. Would you send Lazar down if you're only keeping 13 forwards? Because if you're keeping if you're keeping Howard and Tomasek and Savoy, and then you almost go the process of elimination.
Yeah.
So they're not sending, the several players. I mean, to me, if they only kept 13 forwards, it might be Lazar that winds up going to Bakersfield to start the season.
Do you think they would send Lazar?
Well, if they keep 8D, and when we're assuming that Bob is correct here, and again, we got to remember, like, I know it because I worked with Bob. Like, he knows stuff. He works for OEG. Like, he has information, right? Because that's who he works for. So, I mean, we know we know 5 defensemen that for sure are going to be on the team, and I think we can assume Emberson would be in the NHL to start the year. So,
well, maybe then they send Regula down and let him get some time there.
Okay,
and keep Stetcher, who's he's an NHL defenseman
because he's got experience.
Yeah, maybe that's what happens.
So the questions to me then, in terms of, again, assuming everybody's healthy, and Podkolzin's going to be back. I mean, awful what happened, but when you heard his dad passed away, I had no idea when he would be back.
Yeah,
and he would have been every right for him to stay away longer if he wanted to. But Podkolzin's coming back. We've been mentioning that he's going to come back tomorrow. Sounded like tomorrow night. Skate Wednesday and Thursday and play on Friday. So does that, I mean, just by the process of elimination, if you want Philp here and you want Howard and Tomasek and Savoy here, I mean, Podkolzin's not going down. Kapanen's not going down. Janmark's not going down. Obviously, Draisaitl, McDavid, Frederick, Mangiapane, Nugent-Hopkins not going down. That leaves Lazar if you're going to keep 8D.
Yeah. And once Lazar is a NHL player too, right? I mean, I think it makes more sense to keep the 7D.
Keep 7 or 8D. You like
7 and to send Regula down.
Well, you'd keep Regula down.
I think so.
Start. Okay.
I mean, nobody really knows who he is. Get him some AHL time and see how that goes.
Yeah, but I haven't mind his play in the preseason. There's that Lepinen as well who can move the puck, but I think he needs to start in Bakersfield. So, a couple things still to be decided. I know a lot of times, and I say it too, we go into the preseason and say, the team's already picked. Well, it isn't really. I mean, there is room. There's always a chance if you really impress the coach. But so just some thoughts there about how things possibly might shake down a week from now. Just one more time to refresh it. Here's what Knobloch said on Podkolzin.
Yeah, we're expecting his flight to come back Tuesday night. So we're not going to get him in that Wednesday game. He'll skate on Wednesday, skate on Thursday, and then hopefully he can play that last exhibition game.
All right, and just to circle back to how we started this, here's Draisaitl on Trent Frederick creating space on their line.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's massive. He goes to the net. Who's going to stop him? Like, if I don't want to push Freddie around. Like, I can't. So that's a lot to handle. And obviously, on top of that, he's skilled. He can make plays. He can score goals. And I think on paper, it's a great fit. I think today we saw a lot of potential. We'll see where it goes.
All right. So,
would you say that Trent Frederick is the most, I guess, quotes, player to watch at the start of the year to see how he steps into this new role? Because Oilers fans really don't know that much about Trent Frederick. He played very limited, and what time he did have in the playoffs, he was clearly injured.
Right.
Is that the player? Because Mangiapane, I think you have a sense of who he is.
Right.
You know what he brings.
Well, and they've invested 8 years in Frederick.
Which is probably adds
you've said he's going to be on the team for a long time.
To wanting to know and see
him to find a role. Right. Yeah, I mean, he's one of the bigger storylines, especially since he's apparently going to start on that line. I mean, certainly the goaltending, mostly Skinner, is a storyline. I think the younger, Tomasek isn't younger, but I guess the forwards without a lot of NHL experience, Savoy, Howard, and Tomasek are storylines. And then, I think you'd still say Philp would be a storyline, maybe not one of the bigger ones. But this is like, he's looked good in training camp. Like, he's looked more assertive and comfortable. Again, against not always NHL competition, but He got 3 points in a couple games against the Jets. They need him to be good in faceoffs. I think on Friday's game, he was only 3 out of 13. He was 8 out of 15 last night. So an improvement. I mean, barely above 50%, 8 out of 15, but still better. So I think watching his faceoffs will be a storyline as well. Oh, and we should mention as well, how are there going to be tweaks on the power play? Because there was one last night. So on Draisaitl's power play goal in the second period, the faceoff was to the right of the goaltender of Demko, so on the Oilers' left wing as they attack. McDavid took the faceoff and got it to the sideboards. It got poked back to Bouchard, and Draisaitl was lined up at the high point, the middle point, sort of as the right defenseman. And he just slid back a little bit, and Bouchard passed it across, and he ripped it top corner on Demko. So here's what I'm wondering about the power play. Do we see little tweaks like that in formations or face-off plays, or ways for Leon to get his shot off, right? Like, this is why I always push back when someone says to me, well, the other teams have figured out the Draisaitl one-timer. They're taking it away. Well, okay, they know the Oilers like to do that. They know where Draisaitl likes to camp out. He still scores a lot of goals from there. You know, for every pass that gets intercepted, he probably gets a goal or a good scoring chance, right? But now you got a new coach saying, okay, let's try something different off a faceoff, Leon. Do you think he can one-timer it in from twice the distance? Of course, Leon's going to say yes. And he did last night, right? So I don't think they're going to go away from the Draisaitl one-timer, but do you move him around a little bit or find other circumstances in which he can get that shot off?
Well, and honestly, Reid, I hope that the answer is yes, because I think that it was, at least for fans last year, a point of contention on the power play, was that you could pretty much tell exactly where those players were going to be and camp out. There wasn't too much creativity to the power play. Yes, you're right, it worked. That Leon Draisaitl one-timer from the goal line, that works, but why not move them around?
Right.
It's like, why not have Connor McDavid shoot more?
Right. And a face-off play is designed, a play where there's nobody can get out there quick enough to check Draisaitl, right? I mean, so that, to me, that's the power play will be interesting. Like, I've always been, I know it dropped to 11th last year. It was an off year. I just think there's too much talent to say, oh, well, they've peaked. You know, like I can totally see the Oilers being in the top 3 in power play again this year. I can totally see it.
But maybe this is the first signs of, what's to come. Is that there's not a fear of change, but they're able to roll with the punches, roll with the setups, roll with a designed power play goal that you had never seen before.
Right. Yeah.
In Leon Draisaitl's existence as an Oiler.
Usually Draisaitl takes the faceoff.
Right.
So now it's like, Connor can take the faceoff. You got to win it. And then we get it across to Leon, and then he fires it from there. And then once he starts scoring, or if he's shooting from there, okay, then what's a variation off that?
Yeah. What else
fakes it? Or now, okay, Leon's, we got to get in the shooting lane. Oh, now Leon finds a passing lane. Right. So there's going to be tinkering with the power play. And I think, look, Gulletson did a good job. A new coach is going to try things differently. Sometimes that energizes the players just to try something different. And again, talent is always often trumps other. And of course, they work hard. They go for puck retrievals. But I don't think the Leon one-timer is going to go away. I don't think the Oilers power play has been figured out. I just think they're probably going to try. I mean, what did I say? Like, I try Wallman on the power play.
Yeah.
What if you had Wallman and Bouch?
Well,
Wallman up high and Bouch on the top of the circle on the left wing.
Well, when you have an abundance of offensive defensemen, why not? Right?
Yeah.
Solid puck-moving defenseman that can tiptoe the blue line. Why not?
Yeah, but that was a really interesting play to me last night, because when Leon one time that I kind of had to do a double take, was that actually Leon that shot it from that position on the ice as opposed to down low?
Well, I would say that's a positive. That's a big positive of what you've seen and what like you said, exhibition play. It's preseason. What do you really see? Maybe that's something you come out of it and you start seeing this appear more in the regular season.
Right.
And you could see that they're changing things. And like you said, that's going to open up other avenues, other passing lanes. because it's something completely new for this power play.
Yeah. All right, 780-218-9999 is how you can text us. It's the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Happy hour featuring $5.25 drinks at River Cree Resort and Casino. That's available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can email Reid at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, Jay at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Want to do a couple limericks?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll do VRs. You can do Nick's.
Sure.
VR Montenegro. Although the final few seconds were scary, the Double E win a big one for Larry. In front of the largest crowd, made the whole city proud, kicked those bunny huggers back to the prairie. Is that the only place they say bunny hug is in Saskatchewan?
In reference to what I'm wearing?
To a hoodie, yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes. This one comes in from Bronco Nick. Elks won a big game for Larry, even though the ending was hairy. Still a chance for a playoff dance, and all the fans will be merry. Well done.
Well done. All right, 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. By the way, if you have not already done so and you got us on YouTube, click that thumbs up button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
If you've already clicked it, instead click share and send the show link off to somebody else to sample and give us a thumbs up. Here's Ben Thompson with a sports update.
We've got a Monday Night Football doubleheader tonight, starting with the Dolphins and Jets. Both teams are 0-3 and looking to notch their first win of the season. Justin Fields is cleared concussion protocol and gets the start for New York. That game is underway as we speak, with the Dolphins leading 3-0. At 6:15, the Broncos host the Bengals in Denver. Joe Burrow remains out, so Jake Browning will lead Cincinnati as he goes up against Bo Nix. Denver looks to even their record to 2-2. Catch it all with Lieutenant Eric at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge off Fort Road. Tonight's special includes loaded burgers plus your chance to qualify for a trip for two to LA to see the Rams and Saints face off. Every day is game day at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge. Tomorrow, the MLB postseason gets underway with a full slate. The Yankees, the Red Sox and the Yankees clash in a wild card series, with the winner moving on to play the division-winning Blue Jays. First pitch is scheduled for 4:08. And on the ice, the Oilers head into their final week of preseason with matchups against Seattle and Vancouver. Coach Knobloch says Vasily Podkolzin returns from Russia tomorrow. He won't be in the lineup Wednesday, but he is confirmed to play against the Canucks on Friday. And on the waiver, Matt Tompkins has been placed there, while Josh Brown and Robbie Giraventi have cleared. More of Reid and Jay in the final hour of the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Ben Thompson. You're up to date.
The leaves are turning, and just like golf season, time is running out to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
It's wing showdown time at the Canadian Brewhouse. Creamy street corn goes head-to-head with Mexican chili lime. Two bold flavors battling for your taste buds. Grab them anytime, or just 69 cents every Wing Wednesday. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
Just wasting gas. Blurring them dotted lines, killing.
Don't miss three-time CCMA Performer of the Year, Dallas Smith, Unplugged, November 1st at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Need extra space for products, tools, or seasonal stock? Sentinel Storage gives your business flexible storage and the room to grow. Affordable storage that scales with you. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
All right, thanks, Ben. Hope you're having a great afternoon. 5:35, the Monday Nighter underway. 3:46 left in the first quarter. Is it 3-0? There's something just perfectly blocking the score bar on the television. I think it's 3-0 for the Dolphins. Yeah. Yes, it is. What is that? Somebody's gaunch? Who left their gaunch lying by the TV?
Probably Zach.
I don't know. It smelled fresh.
Yeah, probably Zach just leaving it here over the weekend. Yeah, when's Zach back? Thursday?
Correct, yep.
So tomorrow, no broadcasting on EST in recognition of the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. So we're back Wednesday. So that'll be leading into the Oilers preseason game. And, are we on location Wednesday?
We are.
So we're at the Ice House.
Yes.
Which is the Canadian Brew House in Ice District. They call it the Ice House. And you can get your chill on at the Ice House. Come meet the it boy, Jason Milne.
I don't know. That might be a stretch.
You're the it boy.
A fumble near the goal line.
Fumble
Who's got the ball?
Was he in? Was he already in before he fumbled? Jets running to the end zone.
Be interesting.
Yeah, they've signaled. I'm just saying that from seeing it on the television here. But
Breece Hall has fumbled.
They're not arguing. None of the Jets are like, oh, hey, he was already in. It was hard to tell exactly when the ball came out.
Wow. Wouldn't that be a game changer?
That would be certainly quite a shift, wouldn't it, Jay? Who's running the ball here?
Breece Hall.
And he's not in the end zone. No.
Micah Fitzpatrick with the punch out.
You got to slap it out of there.
No, it was Fitzpatrick that recovered it.
All right, so let's. This is a good segue into Fired Up, presented by Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years, the authorized dealer for Napoleon fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street.
You know what I think you should do every time we do Fired Up now?
Light a match?
David Lee Roth.
Oh, I got David Lee Roth.
So say, we're fired up.
Listen to how fired up David Lee is.
Whoa! Whoa!
He's consumed by fire.
It's quite a soundbite.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, I mean, I'm fired up about Packers-Cowboys last night. What a game. And a scorigami.
40-40?
40-40. That was the first time that score has happened, that has been registered. 40-40.
So just quickly, if people don't know what scorigami is, and we have had one of the guys behind the website on this page, a scorigami is a final score in a game that has never happened before. And there is actually a website for this.
NFLscorigami.com.
So it has this big grid of all the possible scores. And if there's a green, if it's filled in green, then the score has happened at least once. And then if you click on the square, it'll tell you the last time that it happened.
It'll tell you all the times it happened.
Or it'll tell you, does it list every single time?
Well, you can view, like, for instance,
yes, it'll say how many games. Like 34-20, there have been 53 games. First time was in 1937. Last time was in January of this year.
And this is the second scorigami of the year. 41-40 in week one as Buffalo beat Baltimore.
Oh, right.
That was a scorigami. And generally in scorigami games, something weird needs to happen to get to an outcome that hasn't already happened in an NFL game. And look no further than, the Romeo Dobbs touchdown to make it 13-0. Point after was blocked and returned for a 2-point conversion.
Right.
So it's 13-2. But look at this game, Reid. 925 total yards, 10 touchdowns. I mean, that's exciting. It's a second highest scoring tie in NFL history. Take a guess at what the highest scoring tie now, this is the highest scoring tie since overtime was added to the regular season in 1974. Who were the two teams, and what was the score of the highest scoring tie in NFL history?
Well, I'll say 41-41.
No.
43-43.
Correct. Who are the teams?
Okay. Eagles, Bengals.
No. Both of them exist in name. Team name.
Oh.
Neither of them exist in
Cardinals, Rams.
Nope.
Neither one.
So it was the Oakland Raiders,
Okay. Well, Chargers.
No. I don't know if you'll get this.
Okay, so I got to think.
Northeast.
So Boston Patriots?
Boston Patriots. Oakland Raiders, Boston Patriots, 43-43.
Now, was that in the NFL or the AFL? What year was it?
I had this up, but I accidentally took it down. I should have noted that.
Because I don't know if they were ever called the Boston Patriots in the NFL, were they? I can't remember.
Yeah, it says from 1964.
That's when there was a 43-43 game?
Yep.
Okay, so that was before the merger. Yeah, so that would have been an AFL game. Interesting. Really interesting. Now I'm having trouble finding it on Scorigami. There it is. 43-43. Yeah, Raiders, Patriots. You can even get the box score. Do you like the NFL overtime?
Yes. Do you?
Yes, but I kind of wish they would just go to a shootout because I think this is going to promote tie games and just one possession each, having 10 minutes.
I mean, what's the matter with a tie game?
Nothing.
And you think of what that does to the NFC landscape with the Packers with a tie on their record. Think of how much that's going to come into play late in the season.
Well, true.
Even with Dallas. I mean, Dallas has looked like hot garbage some weeks, and then last night they looked like world beaters.
Right.
I don't know. They're down they're without CD Lamb. They lost Micah Parsons, yet they put up 40 against Green Bay, who is the Super Bowl favorite.
Right.
Riddle me that.
I can't.
Could you try? Purely in riddle form.
Well, you get your head all mixed up if you're trying to figure out the NFL. Oh, baby, week to week. It's like putting your head in a cement mixer. I don't recommend that.
What are you fired up about?
You know what? I'm looking forward to the baseball playoffs. I mean, I don't watch a lot of regular season baseball, but tomorrow there's basically a quadruple header, and then the Blue Jays start Saturday. Certainly Yankees Red Sox is compelling to me. I mean, I remember the Aaron Boone home run. Mm-hmm. I remember the Don Zimmer charging at Pedro incident and all that crazy stuff from about 21, 22 years ago. So I think that's still interesting to me. And then the winner plays the Blue Jays. So the Blue Jays spend all September holding off these teams to get the division, and then they're going to have to play one of them in the playoffs. So it gets more interesting to me now that it's in the postseason. I wish they reseeded it, because if the number 6 team won, the Blue Jays wouldn't play them. They're automatically to play. But whatever. But you get the drama of the postseason. Like I said, especially in this round, games on all day this week in the wild card, or at least for a couple days, which is pretty fun. And then can the Blue Jays can Vladdy come through in the playoffs, and how's their pitching going to be? And they got what's the new guy? Savage? How do you say it? The new guy.
Savage, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you're right.
Yeah, so it's like, is he going to pitch a lot?
Bieber.
I almost said Shane Bieber. Because they acquired him. Scherzer, who I was talking to a couple of buddies about the Blue Jays, and one buddy said I wouldn't even pitch him, but my other buddy was like, I'd use him as the fourth. I don't know, but still, I mean, can you get something out of him at some point? So just all
if there's a guy that's been around the playoffs, postseason,
well, that's
baseball,
the thing, his experience. So
I would put him out just to have to look at his eyes.
He does have different colored eyes.
Yeah, that's like he's had that.
Yeah, it's a genetic condition. Some people are like that.
He had he bought a dog to match.
Oh, right, he has a dog with the different colored eyes. Yeah, too. So anyway, I'm looking forward to the baseball playoffs starting tomorrow. And Yankees, I think the Yankees Red Sox are 4 tomorrow. I was going to say we could watch it during our show, but we'll be off tomorrow.
We'll be in a bar. There's a high likelihood.
And then Wednesday, they'll probably have every game on.
Right.
Wednesday will be the second game.
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I'm fired up about that.
We could still watch it tomorrow if you wanted.
We could, yes.
Just saying.
We could just come to the office and watch it together.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure your daughters would love that.
They would love to come here.
Oh, would they? How come?
Oh, yeah. They'd love to see you, too. They'd love Reid.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Is Coop coming?
If you wanted Coop, I'd make sure Coop's here.
It's 5:45. Here's Bed with the sports update.
We've got a Monday Night Football doubleheader tonight with the Dolphins and Jets kicking things off. Both teams come in winless at 0-3. Justin Fields has cleared concussion protocol and starts for New York. That game is underway as we speak. Dolphins still lead 3-0. Then at 6:15, the Broncos take on the Bengals in Denver. Joe Burrow is out once again, so Jake Browning gets the nod for Cincinnati as he lines up against Bo Nix. Denver looks to even their record to 2-2. You can catch all the action with Lieutenant Eric at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge right off Fort Road. Tonight's features include loaded burgers and your chance to qualify for a trip to LA to see the Rams meet the Saints. Every day is game day at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge. Tomorrow, the MLB playoffs get underway with the full slate. The Red Sox and Yankees score off in a wild card series, with the winner moving on to face the AL East winning Blue Jays. First pitch goes at 4:08. On the ice, the Oilers head into their final week of preseason with games against Seattle and Vancouver. Coach Knobloch says Vasily Podkolzin returns from Russia tomorrow. He won't be in the lineup Wednesday, but is confirmed for Friday against the Canucks. And on the waiver wire, Matt Tompkins has been placed there, while Josh Brown and Robbie Giraventi have cleared. Final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show coming up to you right after this break. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
EST Afternoons.
Daniel, aside from Connor and Leon, who needs to step it up and start the season off like straight out of the gate?
Number 74, right? Yeah. I think he's the most important player on the team. And that sounds weird when you have McDavid Draisaitl. It's a really important year for the organization. It's a really important year for Stuart Skinner. It's a contract year for him too. But the one that really stands out to me
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Oh my goodness, what a day. Had Odieu Hilair from the Edmonton Elks on the show. We were talking Oilers, we were talking Ryder Cup, we're breaking down some more Elks stuff. We're getting ready for the baseball playoffs. We had a lobster dinner right here in studio. That seems like it was several hours ago. It was like 90 minutes ago. We were eating lobster from the Canadian Brewhouse.
What a time to be alive.
Amazing stuff. We really have a great show.
We do. We have fun.
Even if we're the only ones who think so.
Yes.
Got to believe in yourself first and foremost. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Why limit your choices when you can have it all? Play Alberta is your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery all in one place with easy access to real money games. You can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now and start playing today. Okay, let's dive right in. It's words of the day time, my child.
The word of the day.
Let's do it.
With Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why is there butter and lobster juices all over my notes?
Say what?
I got lobster juice.
Let's find out.
On my
English,
notes.
do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
Would you like crab juice or Mountain Dew? Oh, I'll take the crab juice. Remember Homer? I think that's when we went to New York. You know who, when we say Homer, Ben, do you know who we're talking about?
Homer Simpson?
Okay, good.
Yeah, I've watched The Simpsons. There was some talk in the first hour where I was like, whoa, way before me, I think. Or maybe I'm just uncultured.
Like song titles?
What did we talk about? A
lot of the song titles.
One of us made a Simpsons reference in the first. With Pinchy, the lobster.
I don't know those Simpsons well enough.
Homer had a pet lobster named Pinchy that he ate at the end of the episode.
Oh.
All right, sorry, Jay. I know you.
No, this is
prepared
fine.
hard for this.
I didn't prepare anything.
You didn't do word of the day? You forgot?
No. My good buddy Dave Carson from Ewell.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He sent in words of the day.
Oh, isn't it nice to be suddenly so highly regarded?
And he wanted to go body parts.
Oh, my God.
I think he was inspired by us taking apart a lobster on air.
Okay.
So, thank you, Dave. The first word of the day is Syringomyelia. Syringomyelia.
So would I have to spell it and then define it?
It's a body part.
I have to say what body part it is? So say it again.
Syringomyelia. Wouldn't start with that letter.
No, I don't know what it starts with. Syringo?
Syringomyelia. Or Syringomyelia. I think that's better. Syringomyelia.
Syringomyelia. Yeah, of course it's not right. I spelled
You got it!
Well, you helped me a little bit because I thought when I was
I think I was pronouncing it wrong.
While I was scribbling stuff down, I put a P as a possible starting letter. So you helped me a little bit with that one.
But when I switched it up and looked at the actual word and figured it's Syringomyelia.
So this is I have to say what body part this is.
This is something inside you.
You know what?
Right
I'm going to say that this is a nose hair. I mean, I'm just guessing.
It's your spinal cord.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
It's spinal.
I'm still going to see the Spinal Tap movie, the second one. All right. So what do I get? 0.9 out of 2?
You get 1 out of 2.
Oh, you're giving me a full 1, even though you sort of told me not to put a P at the beginning?
Nobody heard that.
Okay.
Just like that, Darren Waller, his first game of the year with the Dolphins, they go up 9-0 point after.
That catch was nasty.
Now Ben's cheering for the Dolphins again.
Oh, are you a Dolphins guy?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Little Marino.
Look at
this
your
catch.
Team.
I can appreciate a catch here, guys. Look at
If he gets a foot.
He doesn't get the other foot.
Oh, he does. Oh, he does.
Oh, yeah, he does.
The foot. Yeah, that was a catch. Hydrocephalus.
Yeah, I think that one's easy. HYDROCEPHALUS. Does this not have to do with water on the brain?
Water on the what?
The brain? Yeah, water. I knew that one. I actually did know that.
Okay, look at this. This is a verbatim text from Dave. He gave me the word.
Yeah.
And then he sounded it out. What did he say at the bottom?
Well, we guessed how many points I would get.
What did he say for hydros?
2 out of 2, but he thought I would do better on the spinal cord one.
2 out of 2. He guessed it. So that's 3 out of 4. That's not bad for body parts. Really.
Yeah. What do I win for Ewell?
Maybe some electricity.
Is Dave going to come salute me? He's going to stand out. I want him to stand in front of the building like...
They're not far from here.
Who's the actor and say anything? Cusack holding the ghetto blaster over his head, playing the Peter Gabriel song.
Okay.
If I ever go 4 out of 4, that's what he has to do.
Okay.
On his stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'd love to shower you with gifts.
I'm sure he would.
Yes, he would.
I'm sure he would. Okay.
That's just the kind of guy he is.
Again, Edmonton Sports Talk is off tomorrow, National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. Back 6:04 a.m. on Wednesday with the Nielsen Show. Enjoy Monday Night Football or whatever you're going to do this evening. I'm Ben Thompson and Jay Milne. I'm Reid. Have a great night.